Hello. We are live.
Good evening to Al and to Facebook.
Good evening, Facebook.
I'm
Love-hate
or Meta.
relationship.
I know, love-hate relationship. I tried to
Yeah.
get off of Facebook, but I have to keep my account to have my Oculus. I've gotten into virtual reality. And actually, theater
Yeah.
was my entry into it, but I've also just kind of liked the games on there. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll keep my Facebook account. So I am rarely on there, but today I'm here
Yep.
to
You
say
were
hello
here.
to the meta world.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for stepping into this space. This very love to hate it space. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, if anyone watching doesn't know, I'm Al Parker. I use they, she pronouns, and I am calling in from unceded Lenape land in Brooklyn for this rebroadcast of this fantastic play, music, interview, performance of the episode of The Fabulous Liz Morgan's Breaking and Entering. Liz.
Yeah, I'm Liz Morgan. I use she, her pronouns. I am also currently tuning in or logging on from Lenape land up in Inwood. Shout outs to all my uptown peoples.
Yeah. So really excited to be chatting with you. Also because for folks who don't know, we've been doing events throughout the month that center conversations that have to do with the themes that are present in the play that we are all about to hear, which has been a new thing for Parsnip and really exciting, and some really phenomenal conversations and experiences have come out of it. We did a workshop with Omari Solfinger, Cops in the Head, Liz's phenomenal colleague, which is something that this workshop, this is work that you are also familiar with Theater of the Oppressed NYC, which is an amazing group doing amazing work. Really, the kind of work that, like, I mean, we at Parsnip like really admire y'all over there, and like the events that we've been doing have been kind of like inspired by that kind of work of like, let's have the art and let's like view the art and everything, and like your interview with Yvonne after the show and like all of those kinds of things of tying in, but also let's like have further conversation. And the scheduling was actually really amazing because so your play deals with the main character has been adopted as a transracial adoptee, and so we did a panel with some fantastic transracial adoptees and advocates, Angela Tucker and Melissa Guida Richards, during National Adoption Awareness Month, which like we hadn't quite clocked that it was National Adoption Awareness Month when we scheduled it until like we started reaching out to people who were like, oh, people are busy because it's National Adoption Awareness Month. You've got work. which is phenomenal, and they should be getting work all year long to have these really important conversations. But that was one of the things where it's like, this is a great conversation to have anyway, and especially right now. So all of those kinds of things have been really amazing this past month, leading us up to tonight, to listen to this play anew. Some like 2019 was the original recording.
What a great question. I'm gonna say yes. I think it was 2019. Oh yeah, February 2019. So thank you to our age whisperers. Technology's great. I don't know when it happened.
Oh, I mean, what is time really?
I mean, the pandemic just, it's wild.
It's December 2021. 2021's almost over.
Yeah. And I've barely left my apartment.
It still feels like fall of 2020 sometimes. It's like it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like
with newlywed, and I'm like, wait, how long have you been married? Like, I was like, wait, what? What's going on?
Yes,
It feels like we close down
yes.
every and then sometimes it just feels like
Mhm.
we've been stuck in this apartment forever.
Oh.
But yeah, it'll be a story for the grandkids.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. And that is a reminder too that there are some really incredible things that are still happening in the world. You are a married individual,
Yeah.
and you also have been doing some amazing things.
Yeah,
Like this.
it's because it's interesting. I'm trying to link things to the play, even though I know I don't have to. Um, but yeah, I mean
Mhm,
the theme of policing comes up in the play,
mhm,
and that's something that I think was really heavy on people's minds in more so in 2020 than ever before.
mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's problematic in its own way. But that is part of how a big project that I've been involved in, which is helping to participate in and create the Fled Collective, the artists that were formerly a part of the Flea Theater, and there was this reckoning, right? This racial justice reckoning that happened,
Mhm.
and so it's been really exciting to be with my colleagues and say like, hey, we want to build something new, that's maybe outside of these typical nonprofit industrial complex white dominant culture spaces. And
Mhm.
I don't think it's
Mhm.
gonna be perfect, but it's really exciting to be with
Yeah.
my peers, that were, first started fighting the oppression within the institution, and then realizing maybe we can form our own institution or own thing. And yeah, for now we're
Mhm.
calling ourselves a collective. We do have a fundraiser going on right now,
Mhm.
12 Days of Fled. We have some exciting announcements about work, maybe by someone who y'all know. But yeah, if you want to support us
Ooh.
paying our artists with productions and workshops and things
Yes.
like that, please visit the Fled Collective. We have a website and you can give us a little donation so we can pay folks to do their art. But yeah, it's been a passion project and I am, yeah, just thrilled to be with the
Mm.
coolest cats in New York. Although some of us also
The
fled New York for a little bit
you're about
because
to what?
no, some of us also literally fled New York for the
Uh,
time being because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
still a
yeah.
pandemic, everybody.
Mm. I thought for a second you said you were leaving. I was like,
Oh,
"No, I'm gonna lose
well,
you."
not yet.
Not
Stranger
yet,
things
not
have
yet.
happened. But yeah, for now, I'm still trying to be a New Yorker.
Mhm.
But breaks from the
Yeah.
city are good. It's a hard
Yeah.
city sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I even just, like, took a weekend trip down to DC just to, like, be in a different city with,
Uh,
like, the different city vibe, um, see some non-New York theater, go to places that are not kinda out of this bubble. DC isn't far out of the bubble, but it's
sure.
farther.
I also feel like a Luddite, like, I don't know how often you get to go on the
Mm,
subway, and it's not often for me, but
mm,
in this change to the Omni thing, basically, I feel like they're making
mm.
Metro cards that don't work as well anymore, and so I feel like they're
Oh.
forcing me to use either my debit card, and I don't like having my debit card out, you know,
Mhm,
underground, so now I have to use my phone.
mhm.
A lot of things that I'm used to
Yeah,
being in my pocket when I swipe, but I'm trying to figure
yeah,
it out.
yeah.
I like it.
I don't know, I just I feel like having your phone out when you're going through is not more secure than just having a flimsy little card that you can replace. I
Yeah,
feel like I don't like that. I don't
I
like that.
want my flimsy card, but yeah, I just feel
Mhm.
like the last time I swiped, they were just like, "Oh, it's bent," and I was like, "No, it's not. My card is not bent.
Mm,
Y'all
interesting.
are MTA's playing games, and I'm watching you."
Okay, good. That's good to keep in mind because I definitely still use the card. I don't have my phone out.
Mm-mm,
Mm-mm,
I don't like it.
no.
Mm.
I feel like if it all kinds of conversations dovetail, like, really naturally into shitting on various parts of New York City's infrastructure.
All roads lead to MTL, unfortunately.
But yeah, what else? What else do you have going on? What else is up with you? You look
Yeah,
very
so
nice tonight. I do want to say this on tape. I want to say this on the record.
on the record, I look pretty today.
You do.
Yeah, so I mean, you mentioned that I'm at Theater of the Oppressed NYC, where I'm the director of training and pedagogy. And, we've been designing a lot of online trainings. We also just had a fundraiser, so y'all can drop money for us too. But
Yes. Give
we
these people
look,
your money.
theaters always need money. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been designing a lot of new online trainings and trying to figure out how to do that. And so you all got to participate in a version of one with Omari, as you mentioned, and it's just been really interesting to start to think a little bit more about this technique that's called Cops in the Head, which is part of Augusto Boal's Rainbow of Desire, which really gets into internalized oppression. And something that I've been thinking about a lot is that like those memories, those internalized oppression is sometimes much deeper than, the stuff that's right face to face, the interpersonal, the institutional. Sometimes those things are easier to think about, but to think about maybe the times where like you couldn't quite fight for yourself, it's really hard. And so when facilitating this work, I've been thinking a lot about, trigger warnings, because that's something that, we a lot of us have started to do.
Yeah.
And I don't even know that that's always what it needs to be, right? Like there's on the one hand the concept of there maybe being an idea of like trauma porn, or black trauma plays, which on the one hand I've tried to
Yeah.
reject creating theater, but there is the reality that some of us are making work or facilitating workshops that's gonna bring up stuff for people.
Yeah.
And how do we invite people into that and maybe empower them to self-manage their own triggers? Um, how do we uh, give people the resources they need to kind of lean into the discomfort? And so, yeah, I think I'm in like a moment of deep incubation with my practice right now, and figuring out what do I need to give participants of workshops, or what do I need to give audiences, so that if I do want to go down that road of really deep memories, troubling memories, whatever it is, or troubling visuals, how do I prepare folks to deal with it in a way that they know they're going to be taken care of after the play, because we've as a community resourced in a way that feels healing. So I don't know if that's so much what
Yeah.
I'm doing, but at least it's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, and I think something that all of us should be thinking about, like we do, Parsnip Play Club is like a conversation dramaturgy series of
Mhm.
one-off events where a playwright will just give me a script in progress. We invite a bunch of people onto a Zoom. Everyone's already read the play, and so then we talk about it. It's like a big fun dramaturgy session. Book club meets theater,
We
which
love that.
I love. And it is something that we've incorporated, of like, yeah, we should have content warnings for this. Some of these plays are more lighthearted, some are comedies, or even comedies can deal with some really heavy stuff too, but some are like very, very heavy material, very bluntly and like head-on facing trauma. And it's like, okay, I don't want to send this to people without giving them like a, hey, just so you know, you're about to read something that has like sexual assault in it. Like people should be able to like say, oh, actually, I can't read that right now. Or
Right.
actually, okay, now I know I can come in the right mindset and have a discussion about this. Which is also something that I've seen a lot in like online spaces, and online like archiving and creative spaces where it's like, I'm gonna create my thing, and then I'm gonna give a bit of prefacing information, so then other internet users can decide if you're gonna interact with my stuff or not. And like that seems like something that like you said, empowering is definitely, I think, the word for it. Of just empowering others to be able to like make informed choices. I mean, that's all part of consent. It's all part of consent.
I do think sometimes it's like the word warning that actually gets people like tight before they see the thing. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I need to call it a trigger teaser. I don't know. I'm still working on my thoughts for sure, because
I mean, like the word teaser might not fit, but actually like the concept, it's like we have trailers for movies and whatnot for like a reason. It tells you kind of what to expect. Like, this is the vibe, this is the aesthetic, this is kind of the basics of like the genre that you're heading into. If you like this kind of thing, this is for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of the same concept of like, if this is not your thing, I can watch a trailer for a horror movie and know that's not for me.
That's not for me.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Jordan Peele, I love you, but no, thank you.
I'll see 1.5 of his stuff, and I want him to do all the good stuff, but I can't do it. But
I want others to go see his stuff. I want everyone else, y'all all go see it.
Spend your money on Jordan Peele. I can't. It's not for my spirit. But insofar as I want my work to be like rehearsal for the revolution, I know that the oppressor isn't going to give us a trigger warning. And so I think that's why sometimes I question that practice. But maybe, insofar as folks are about to listen to my play, it's a ride and get what you need to like enjoy it, right? Like, I always have my little eucalyptus oil. And so if something comes up that's difficult for you, maybe hug a pillow or whatever it is that you need. But I trust that audiences have everything they need to listen to this play tonight.
I love that. And I think that's a fantastic note to head into this fantastic experience. I think the people are ready.
I think so
I think
too.
We're ready. Thank you so much for chatting with me, Liz. It is so wonderful to see you. And it's so exciting to hear about all the amazing things that you have going on in your life and in your artistry. Oh, these kinds of conversations give me hope. There's good things happening.
Always.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Bye, Facebook. Bye, Mark Zuckerberg.
Welcome to the live radio play broadcast of The Parsnip Ship Presents Breaking and Entering by Liz Morgan, directed by Katherine M. Carter with music by Olivia K. This episode was recorded live in Brooklyn, New York in February 2019 and is produced by The Parsnip Ship and Business Lunch Productions. To listen to more episodes of The Parsnip Ship and to support our mission of amplifying bold artists for audiences who crave accessible stories and storytellers, please visit our website, theparsnipship.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media at theparsnipshipny to stay up to date on all things Parsnip, including upcoming broadcasts, happy hours, and more. New plays, new music, this is how we hear theater. Without further ado, Breaking and Entering. Enjoy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Parsnip Ship. My name is Yvonne E. Debery, and tonight we are having our reading at the Mark O'Donnell Theater at the Actors Fund Arts Center here in downtown Brooklyn. Thank you again for hosting us for this season. They've been an amazing space, an amazing resource for us. So tonight we are listening to Breaking and Entering by Liz Morgan, directed by Katherine M. Carter and musical guest Olivia K. So this is our fourth of our regular play reading series, and this one is really dope and really special to all of us here at the Parsnip Ship because we are highlighting only playwrights of color and their new works. So this is going to be a very dynamic season, and it's going to be a very dynamic evening for everyone involved here. But before we get into the music and the play and the playwright interview that happens later on, I like to ask our playwrights, what would the world be missing if it did not have this play in it?
Okay, so I'm going to try to answer this without spoiling anything that y'all are about to hear and see. And I'll try to stay relatively humble, but this is a play near and dear to my heart that's about issues that we're dealing with, particularly Black Lives Matter and police brutality. And I think without this play, this world would be missing a play that actually is dealing with Black life as opposed to Black death.
And that is what the world needs, now more than ever. All right, so with that, let's begin our evening with music by Olivia K.
Hey everyone, so this is going to require a little audience participation. I've gotten the go-ahead from the podcast that this will be like the recording of Erykah Badu's Call Tyrone, where y'all just make noise in the background. Okay, so this song is called Good Things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best. There are days you're feeling low. It can be unbearable. Feeling like nobody cares for you. Voices come into your mind. You thought that you were left behind. But I just wanted to remind you, you deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best. Working hard night and day. The door was closed, you find a way. Scared to have your faith be shaken. Trying to help you but you just gotta stay on top. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best. Never let good things pass you by. Open up your heart and let the people say you're right. You don't have to fight no more. Just know for sure you deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best. Put it through the days. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best. All right, guys, so you heard all this. Now, I just want you can't really see your audience members, but just like imagine the space where your audience members are next to you. And if you can see them, look at them, yeah? And I want you to say, you deserve good things. Yeah, you say it.
Deserve good things.
Now say like you actually think that. Yeah. Okay, now you're gonna sing it. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. Yeah. You deserve the best. You deserve good things. Yeah. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best. Now I want you to say, I deserve. I deserve good things. I deserve good things. I deserve good things. I deserve the best. One more time. I deserve good things. I deserve good things. I deserve good things. I deserve the best. Now we're gonna say we. We deserve good things. We deserve good things. We deserve good things. We deserve the best. We deserve good things. We deserve good things. Yeah. We deserve good things. Yeah. You deserve the best. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve the best.
Hi, I'm Donnell E. Smith, and I'll be reading the role of Damian.
I'm Diana Henry, and I'm reading the role of Macy.
I'm Kendra Holloway, and I will be reading the role of Lola.
I'm Kelly Bennett, and I'll be reading the role of Reese.
Eric Lockley reading the role of Jamal.
I'm Matthew Cohn, and I'll be reading stage directions and assorted characters. Breaking and Entering by Liz Morgan. Atlanta, early 2010s. Act 1, Prologue. A spotlight on Lola, a brown-skinned girl. She's filled with teen rage and melanin.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean, from forth the fatal.
Stop.
Macy, a white woman, middle-aged, joins Lola. Macy is snacking on some veggie chips.
What are you saying?
The prologue.
Lights shift to show Jamal, a black teenager, wearing an orange jumpsuit and a hooded sweatshirt with his hands up, stage left. He seems unhinged. Macy and Lola do not acknowledge him.
Okay, slow down.
Jamal slowly puts his hands down.
Start over from the beginning.
Lola inhales. Jamal calls out.
This is an American tragedy. This is an American tragedy.
Jamal uses a sharp object to draw blood from his own hand. He uses his bloody hand to paint a bright red line, dividing his world and Lola's.
Two households.
Two households.
Both
Unalike
in dignity in fair Verona.
Atlanta.
Where we lay our scene.
Where the players play and we ride on them things like every day.
From ancient grudge.
From 1930s discrimination.
Breaks to new mutiny.
To new millennium gentrification.
Where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal.
What's wrong, Lola?
This is supposed to be a love story, right? But I don't think love is really relevant here. I mean, Romeo and Juliet could be anybody, but their deaths are, I don't know, inevitable if they live in a world where their dignity or whatever isn't seen just because of something dumb like what family they come from. I'd say that they're more or less random casualties. Their deaths were bound to happen because they lived in a hateful community, and it would be tragic whether they were in love or not. And given all the dumbness surrounding them, Romeo and Juliet didn't have to be in love for them to be dead.
What are you trying to say, dear?
Other people die in that play. Why isn't this play about them? Do their lives matter less because they weren't in love?
So?
Black lives matter. Fuck the police.
Jamal puts his hands up again.
You want me to start at the beginning, officer? All right, I'll do my best.
Lights shift. Scene 1. The ensemble transforms the set pieces into a department store. Jamal removes his orange jumpsuit. Underneath, he's wearing basketball shorts. He puts the hoodie back on. He is joined by his cousin, Damian, a young black store clerk, neatly dressed in a collared shirt and slacks. Damian hands Jamal an orange Julius, and Jamal hands Damian the jumpsuit. Damian focuses on folding the jumpsuit, while Jamal stirs the ice in his cup with a straw, occasionally pouring some of the ice into his mouth.
Hey, miss. Excuse me, beautiful. Can I talk to you for a minute? Yo, just a minute. Yo, I promise I don't bite unless you ask me to. I'm just playing, sweetheart. What's wrong? What? We not cute enough for you? All right. Enjoy your day. She wasn't even all that.
You really finna get me fired today?
Jamal continues to scan the room.
I'm trying to find us something, or should I say someone, to do this weekend. Especially you.
Cause you a virgin?
Cause your vibe is off, cuz.
Don't bother. I got things to do this weekend.
Why are you lying for? You don't do shit on the weekend, but sit at home and make sure there ain't no dirty dishes in your mama's sink before she get back.
That's not even... Look, I'm busy. And I'm not trying to mess around with these girls anymore anyway. They all crazy.
Lights up on the dressing room. Lola is concealed behind the curtain and talks to her mother, Macy, who stands outside.
I'm not coming out in this.
Why not?
This is pointless.
What's pointless?
All of this, trying on dresses to go to prom is pointless because I'm not going to prom because prom is pointless. Pointless.
I see your point.
Lights shift. Split scene.
Come on, seriously?
Especially black girls.
Wow.
I mean it, Jamal. They be the most difficult. Much more difficult than the Spanish girls I've dated. It's in their nature.
Why are you being so difficult today? Lola, come on. Just let me see the dress on you.
I said no.
Well, I'm not leaving till I see the dress on.
What?
You heard me. I took time out of my schedule to take you shopping, and you are being an ungrateful brat. So no, I'm not driving you home. You will have to walk back or take the bus.
Macy reaches under the dressing room curtain and snatches a pair of jeans.
Without your pants.
What is wrong with you?
Look at how they are raised, bruh. Black chicks don't act the way chicks are supposed to act. You compliment them, speak
I
to
asked
them
you nicely to
and
show
they
me the
still be
dress, and you were being
unreasonable.
unreasonable. So this is how it's going to be.
You're psychotic.
They're psychotic. The few cute ones are never worth it.
Just show me the dress, Lola.
Ugh! Jesus Christ! Fine.
Lola bursts out from behind the curtain in a pink, poofy, princess-style prom dress. She looks kind of ridiculous, but kind of magical.
Oh my God. You sound mad stupid right now. Salty as hell. Like who hurt you? Isn't your mom a black woman?
Yup, she crazy too. But moms are a different breed of crazy.
Oh, you're so pretty.
No crying in public, please.
I have to take a picture of this.
Stop it.
Your mom's crazy puts a roof over y'all's head.
And keeps my father far away from said roof.
Is that such a bad thing? One picture's not going to kill you.
Knowing you, it will.
How's that?
Now that you're on Facebook, you post everything about our lives on there.
Yeah, girl. Hashtag no filter.
Macy snaps a picture of her daughter.
That's not what that means. Never mind. Can we go now?
Lola, what is your problem?
Nothing, just...
Lola tries to grab her jeans from Macy. They get into a bit of a tug of war.
Stop it. Come on,
Lola,
give it to
stop
me.
it right
No.
Damian turns his ears towards the commotion.
Hold up, Jake.
Damian enters the dressing room area. Macy and Lola freeze holding the jeans. Damian assesses the situation and shakes his head.
I'm going to need you both to leave.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sure you didn't start the altercation, but policy is if there is an altercation in the store, all parties involved need to leave.
This is so embarrassing. See what you did?
Me? You're the one with the attitude problem. And look, we're not leaving because that is exactly what she wants.
Ma'am, the policy is...
I heard you the first time.
Miss, can you please take off the dress?
Macy and Lola stare at him. Jamal creeps in to listen, sipping some melted ice from his cup.
I mean, would you please return the item that you are currently wearing to me?
I'm trying to, but this psycho has my pants.
These pants are yours?
Yes.
Like you came in the store wearing these?
Yes.
Like you've already paid for these somewhere else?
Yes.
Excuse you, I paid for these pants, little girl.
Whatever.
If these have been shoplifted from another store in this mall, I will have to call security.
What? Are you crazy? No, these haven't been shoplifted. These are my pants from home.
But you claim you paid for these.
does. She's like a Nazi for semantics.
Whoa, everybody calm down, all right? Just because she's doesn't make her a Nazi for anyone.
Damian stares at them, very confused.
I think I'm just gonna get my supervisor.
He's confused.
Very.
So this is my mom.
Bruh, you didn't see them come in together? Maybe you are going to get fired today.
We're just going to go now. Please, Mom, can we go?
Fine, because this has become too ridiculous.
And it's policy, like I said.
Sure. My jeans, please.
Wait, young man, what's your name?
Oh, shit. I mean, sorry, Damian. My name is Damian, man. Very sorry about the misunderstanding.
Damian, how old are you?
17, man.
What do you think of this dress?
It's honestly, I'm not the best person to ask, and you can't really buy it now, actually. We're not supposed to sell any items to anyone involved in a reported incident until further review.
Bruh, you really about to report that you decided to interrupt an argument between a mother and daughter as an incident?
Jamal, why are you still here?
Jamal turns to leave.
No, both of you stay. I need my daughter to hear from someone who isn't me, someone her age, that she looks beautiful in this dress.
Oh, yes, it looks great. And just so you know, we are having a sale on prom accessories, purses, jewelry, shoes, and more.
Look, I think she looks lovely. You got a date?
Are you done now?
Jay,
Lola grabs the jeans and goes into the dressing room stall.
go home.
What did I do?
Jamal leaves the dressing room area.
I apologize for his behavior. I've asked him to stop bothering the women here, but
Trust me, he did nothing wrong. She's just... Look, whatever is going on with her, being around me is not helping, so just tell her to find me right outside.
Macy leaves the dressing room area, defeated.
hey, miss, your mom said,
I heard her. Thanks.
okay. Again, I'm sorry about him. And for before, when I was assumed that you were attacking your mother, I had no idea she was your mother. Like, you don't look mixed to me, so I just thought... Like, I used to work at the Radio Shack, and we were having this holiday sale once, and I saw this black chick get into it with this other white lady over a DVD player, and that girl kind of messed her up. Like, I had to use the rolling cart from the storage room to get her out. So when I saw y'all, just my bad, okay?
It's fine. I'm adopted, so this happens from time to time, and
I bet.
I'm not gonna get you fired or whatever, so don't worry about it.
Thank God. I really need this job.
Did you say that you were 17?
Yeah.
And come on, you don't need this job. So what are you saving up for? New car?
Lola emerges in her street clothes. She's well dressed. Damian takes her in.
Wow. You said your mom bought you those jeans?
Yeah.
And she gonna buy you this dress too?
Hopefully not. What's so funny?
You're like an alien. You dress like one of the Obama girls. You talk back to your mom and she ain't hit you. She paying for your clothes so you can go to prom and you clearly don't want to go acting like that. Like, who are you?
You think I'm a brat?
I think you're different.
Yeah, I feel different.
Like how?
I don't know. You tell me.
So you ain't want to go to this prom. Why not? Drama with your ex?
What? No, I don't have I don't really have anyone to go with.
Wow. So you do want to go?
Not if going is going to draw attention to the fact that I'm a freak.
A freak?
Yeah. Only weirdos go alone.
Oh, when you said freak, wow. You are definitely different, but I don't think that's such a bad thing.
I just keep imagining that I'm gonna be like Carrie.
Who's that?
You've never seen Carrie.
She work here?
Oh my God, Carrie is this amazing, crazy horror film about this girl who's kind of shy and weird, and she's got this crazy Christian mom. And so, like, one day she gets her first period or whatever, and she thinks that she's bleeding to death, and all the kids make fun of her. But, like, when she's mad, she can start moving objects with her mind, you know?
Is this the new X-Men movie?
What? No. This is a classic from like the 80s or the 70s or something. But anyway, when she goes to the prom, the kids are all still being real dicks, and her mom warns her about them. The mom is all, they're all gonna laugh at you. So anyway, the bullies at the school vote her prom queen, but it's really like a prank so that when she's getting crowned, they just drop this bucket of pig's blood on her head. It's really messed up. So she ends up using her
telekinetic?
Yeah, those powers to get revenge on everybody at the prom, not just the popular kids. Gym equipment is flying everywhere, and she just kills everybody. When she goes home all upset, and her mom starts to comfort her with like a rosary or something, and then grabs her own daughter in the back, thinking that she's a witch because she's crazy and Christian. But then Carrie manipulates like 100 kitchen knives to kill her mother with her powers and sends the house crumbling down. It's crazy and terrifying and awesome. You have to see it.
You know, I think I'm good. This what they be making y'all girls watch in the 6th grade when they split us up to talk about puberty?
No, I saw it on TV with my mom like 1.5 times.
As entertainment? Right. And you're afraid at your prom you will end up, what, covered in pig's blood?
No, obviously not. I just feel like if I go without a date, it's gonna feel like that. They're all gonna laugh at me.
Flying solo to prom is not that serious.
Easy for you to say, you're a guy. I bet you have a date to your prom.
I did last year. Can't afford to go this year though, which reminds me, I should go make sure they don't need me up front. But don't worry about the dumb stuff. You're a pretty girl. Someone will ask you, and if not, you should still go. It's your prom.
Jamal re-enters.
Damian, you should take her.
Jamal, did I or did I not ask you to leave?
I did. I went to throw out my drink. Come on, take her. You seen how she look, and they don't need you up front.
How would you know that? You do not work here.
Just because I'm not on payroll don't mean I'm not working. You should peep what I did with the sunglasses display.
Wait, that's a great idea.
Thank you. I spent a long time on that concept.
Would you come to my prom with me?
Romantic R&B music begins to fade in. Probably Alicia Keys. Damian and Lola lean into the sound. Jamal smiles.
Where is that coming?
You're welcome.
Damian, right?
Yes, he's Damian Daniels. I'm Jamal Daniels, first cousins. Pleasure to meet you.
Jamal extends his hand. He's a gentleman.
Look, Damian, no one is going to ask me. No one ever. It doesn't seem like I'm the type of girl that guys at my school want to ask to stuff like this. So someone like you is my only hope.
Someone like what?
An outsider.
Well, while I would love to help, as I mentioned before, prom isn't really in my budget this year, so...
What if you didn't have to pay for anything? I can make sure of that. Look, my mom really wants me to go. She insists I will regret it if I don't. So if I tell her the only thing keeping me from going is the money for my date, I can get her to help us out. Trust me.
Really? She don't even know me. You don't even know me.
So we'll get to know each other. I'm on Facebook. In a couple of weeks, I can have you over for dinner with my folks and tell them that I'm only going to prom if I can take you. They'll make it work. I could try to pay you a little extra.
Wow. You're crazy.
He'll do it.
Go to your father's house.
You don't have to pay him either.
Look, I don't want any money. I'm not a damn hooker. And I told you I'm not trying to date anyone right now.
Fine by me. We definitely don't need to date. I just need to show up at prom with someone that it looks like I'm dating.
Damian, if you don't go with her to the prom, I will just have to tell your supervisor that you're a racist. You accuse this beautiful African-American young lady of stealing, and you've been having family members visit you at work and distract you from your responsibilities.
You're the family member, nigga.
Using slurs to speak to paying customers?
But you ain't buying nothing.
Racial profiling?
Okay, fine. Jamal, make yourself useful and give her my number. I'm going back to work.
Damian exits, then re-enters.
Miss, are you buying this prom dress then?
Yes. Thank you.
I'll take this up front for you.
Damian exits, then re-enters.
Miss, what's your name?
Lola.
Lola. Nice to meet you. Let me know when our first not date is. Jamal?
He gives him the finger. Damian exits.
Thank you, Jamal.
No, thank you. Trust me, he needs this.
Scene 2. We hear the pings and dings of cell phones sending and receiving messages, then dialing, then a voiceover.
Hi, it's me, Lola. Sorry, I'm not sorry I couldn't take your call.
Beep.
Damn, always.
Lights up on the outside of Lola's home. We see Damian wearing nice jeans, gold Timbs, a black tee, a bright turquoise hoodie, and a do-rag. Damian fiddles nervously with his phone and then takes a couple of selfies and sends them. Ping. Lights up on Jamal, sitting in a big leather chair. He holds a video game controller in his hand and uses his whole body to play the game. Sounds of explosions and gunshots come from the game. Another ping. Jamal tries to keep playing the game while taking his phone out of his pocket. Damian dials Jamal.
Oh, shit.
Jamal puts his phone to his ear and continues to play.
Hello?
Hey.
Why you sent these weird-ass selfies to me?
Do I look okay?
Huh?
No homo. I need to know if I look all right for dinner with Lola's parents.
Not with that do-rag on?
Man, I know. I showed up a couple of minutes early and I wanted to keep my waves fresh, but the rest of the outfit is okay?
Then yeah, sure. Wait, let me look again.
Jamal looks at his phone and then the game.
Fuck! Get off me! Oh, my bad, cuz. Yeah, you good. Why are you stressing?
I don't know. I just got nervous for some reason. Like, Lola don't really reply to my texts, to be honest. But I can see that she reads them.
Oh, one of those. You be doing the same shit, though.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. She said it would be like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know what to expect.
Huh? Oh, I wouldn't worry too much. It's dinner. You know how to eat. Wait, so you ain't working tonight then?
Nah, fam.
Man, I was coming by to see about you. Was hoping you could hook me up with some Panda Express.
Yeah, nah, don't bother.
Oh, well, I already been at the mall for a minute now.
Shopping?
Hell nah. They got the new Call of Duty at Best Buy.
Because I was about to say.
Hey! Look, kid, at 5 o'clock, I asked you to leave and not come back. I'm calling security.
Gotta go, D.
Jamal jets off stage with his backpack. Lights out on the leather chair. Damian puts the phone back in his pocket and pulls out a soft brush. The door suddenly opens. It is Reese Tracy Corbin, a white woman in her 40s.
Are you Damian?
Hi. Yes, ma'am. You must be Mrs. or one of the...
Please, call me Reese.
Nice to meet you.
As Damian reaches out for a handshake, he sees his brush and realizes his do-rag is still on. He rips it off.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Jesus, you must have thought I was...
The first boy Lola's brought home?
Really?
Yeah.
She didn't tell me I was her first.
First what?
Oh my God. Boy, I assume she had other guys she's dated, like not many or other people, not necessarily guys.
Why don't you come inside? Macy's just finishing up supper, and actually we're still waiting on Lola. I told her she should make sure to be here before her guest arrives, but I assume you've noticed that she's not the most punctual individual, that she doesn't always pick up her phone, at least when we call.
Yes. I mean, when I call too.
They enter the home. Reese dials Lola.
Straight to voicemail, honey, but look who's here.
Is that Damian?
No, sweetheart, it's a stray dog.
Macy enters the room and quickly shoots Reese a look. Macy hugs Damian. It's a bit over-exuberant, but still nice.
Well, it is lovely to see you again.
Yes, likewise, Mrs. Tracy Corbin.
Macy.
Right. Man, so my mama raised me to always, refer to adults as Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, but we don't have any friends that are where it's like Mrs. and Mrs. or Mr. and Mr. So I guess my question is there a way to do this that's like respectful but not confusing?
Sure is. Yeah, it's called calling us by our first names, like we asked you to.
Right.
Have a seat.
Can I get you something to drink?
I'm 17, man.
I know, like water or seltzer.
Oh, right. Yeah, water, sure.
You didn't tell me Damian was older than Lola.
We have bottled if you're not comfortable with tap.
Whatever's easiest, I guess. Y'all are something else.
How so?
It's just super nice. Cloth napkins out, asking me if I want bottled or tap. It's like a restaurant up in here.
Macy likes to entertain.
Oh, yeah, no, I appreciate that. I don't think I've ever had girls' parents ever make a big deal about me coming over. It's usually like, who this? I'm off to work. Heat up some chicken and rice if you want.
Oh, it's no trouble.
So you've had lots of girlfriends?
Reese, you don't have to answer that, Damian. I apologize, as does my wife.
No, I don't. Look, the boy implied he's had other dinners with parents of girls that he's comparing tonight to. There's a word for that, right? What's that term they always use on the court dramas? If the witness opens up a topic, the prosecution has an opening to enter a line of questioning.
So this is a cross-examination, not a nice dinner?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right, Damian?
I'm sorry, about what?
That word the lawyers use.
I don't think I know any lawyers.
But you watch TV, don't you?
Not really. Cable is mad expensive.
Right. It is mad expensive. Well, at least there's Netflix and chillin', right?
Right.
Reese looks at Macy. We hear a door open.
Well, anyway, you kids can't really afford to watch TV either if you plan on getting into a good school. We had to cut Lola off. Speaking of...
Lola enters.
What about me?
The princess has returned.
Mom, can we not?
Macy scoops her daughter into a big, embarrassing embrace, the kind that sways side to side and is underscored by kissing noises.
I said the princess, not my little bitty princess who still sleeps with her stuffed bear, Colonel Cuddles.
Wow. Hi, Damian.
Damian and Lola hug awkwardly.
I see you've met thing one and thing two.
Your folks are great. Macy has been cracking me up.
Oh, God, that can't be good. Hi, Mama Reese. How was your day? Oh, well, fine. Thanks for asking.
Thanks for getting the required small talk out of the way, Mama Reese.
You see how she treats me?
If you want a hug, you have to go get it.
Macy and Reese exchange a brief and tender touch. Damian stares at this.
Mom, what you cooking?
I thought you'd never ask. I made an Alaskan halibut soup with a kale and quinoa salad to start.
Oh, snap. Y'all serving appetizers in this house? Can't wait to hear what's after that. I am starving.
Oh, I mean the soup is the main course and the salad is the starter.
Oh, cool. Sounds great, man.
What Damian is trying to say is that he's a growing boy and that low-carb, gluten-free nonsense you've been forcing on your family ain't gonna cut it, right, Damian? Lola, back me up. Macy, why don't we, warm up some bread or something? Those Portuguese rolls for the boy.
Lola, Mama Reese and I will set the table tonight. Why don't you show Damian to your room or something?
Seriously? Yes, seriously?
Seriously. Will you just show him something upstairs?
Okay.
Lola and Damian exit.
So something is clearly on your mind. What did I do this time?
I don't want to make a big deal about this.
It's too late. You've already sent them out of the room, so it's a big deal.
Look.
I won't tease you anymore about the health food stuff. I'm just playing around.
No, I don't care about that. You keep doing this thing around Damian and it's making me uncomfortable.
This entire situation is uncomfortable.
Stop doing that.
What?
Interrupting me.
I'm interrupting you in front of Damian?
Now, right now.
I am not. You're not finishing your thought.
You won't give me a chance. Where was I?
I'm doing something that's making you uncomfortable, but I think this entire situation is uncomfortable.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
Daughter bringing home boyfriend is always uncomfortable. This is textbook uncomfortable. Does no one here watch TV?
But this is different, you know?
Because he's clearly never been around a married lesbian couple before. Yeah, he just kind of look at us like we're another species, but that kind of cracks me up, to be honest.
No, because it's kind of, guess who's coming to dinner?
You invited someone else?
No, the movie with Sidney Poitier. You watch all of this junk TV, but you never watch the classic films. Never mind. It's different because he's black.
Lola's black.
But she's not black.
She was born in Africa. I think that makes her pretty black.
No, I mean culturally.
I don't know why you insist on letting people convince you that that's a real thing. Black culture. Lola is black because of the color of her skin, period. She is a smart individual who doesn't need to be some stereotype to... You know what? I think you're the one making this uncomfortable, Miss Netflix and chillin'. What in God's name was that? Gangster rap lyrics or something?
It's something I saw on Facebook.
That's exactly why I stay off that thing. Cut it out.
Don't tell me to cut it out. You're the one calling Damian a boy every 5 seconds. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
He said he was 17. He is a boy.
It's not PC to call a black man a boy.
He's not a man.
Lights up on Lola's room. Damian reclines on the bed. Lola looks at him confused and then begins rummaging through her closet, ignoring him.
Glad we got some time alone, finally. Thought we would have hung out more before I came over. You mad lucky. My mom would have never let me show a girl my room. Okay, what are you looking for?
Lola slams the door of her closet.
Damn. I wish I had a father right now.
What? Why?
Or a brother in this house. Someone that wears men's clothes.
What's wrong?
Lola indicates Damian's outfit.
Why aren't you dressed the way that I've seen you before?
Because that's how I dress for work, and you said this was a casual dinner.
Well, whatever. No use crying over spilled milk. If they're all right with you coming upstairs with me, you're probably doing better than I thought. I mean, you met Macy. She's easy. Mama Reese will eat up that yes, ma'am shit you do. She's only joking about a gun.
What gun?
Never mind. Just keep up the boy next door stuff, okay?
Lights back to the kitchen.
Can you just watch the boy stuff? That's all I wanted to talk to you about. I think you're making him uncomfortable.
Right. So what kind of music do you listen to?
You know I'm not going to sleep with you, right?
Geez, you're really projecting, you know that?
Excuse me?
Okay, maybe there are a few elephants in this room, but everybody else is behaving relatively normally except you.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a dynamic that I think maybe we should be sensitive to. I'm saying we should act differently.
Like what?
Like go easy on him. Don't grill him about ex-girlfriends.
I know you've had other girlfriends or whatever, but I'm not giving up my virginity just because we're going to prom together.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry about. Just didn't realize asking you about your taste in music would imply all that.
I mean, it didn't, but I just want to be clear about what this is.
No, I get it. I'm sorry, what is this?
The only way to get back at Ashley for being such a shitty friend.
Well, glad I could be of some assistance.
I've been ignoring most of her texts too.
Glad I'm not the only one.
I mean, how dare she call herself my best friend? What kind of friend leaves their so-called bestie for prom just so that she can go with some guy she just started dating? You can dance, right?
Yeah. I think if you just forget Ashley and them, you and I could just have a really nice time together.
I mean, duh, that's the plan. If she thinks that she can just ditch me for Chris and his friends, I'm going to completely ignore her.
Hey, Lola, the day we met, I was kind of in a funk, but at the same time, I was kind of glad we met afterwards. Like, I like that you're different. I mean, I've been texting you and stuff, trying to get to know you. Since we already agreed to spend this time together, I thought maybe we could... I don't know. I'm feeling really stupid right now. Clearly, you don't want to even. So whatever, it's fine. And I'm a man of my word. So yeah, I'll dance. I'll tap dance if you want me to. Just tell me what to do and how to act.
You want me to act differently because Lola brought home a black boyfriend?
Well, it sounds really messed up when you put it like
I
that.
think it is messed
I
up.
don't want him to think we're,
Bigots?
yeah.
You know what kind of people never worry about looking like bigots? Actual bigots. Skinheads aren't getting tattoos of swastikas with the words, "Don't take this the wrong way," underneath them. The only people that are ever worried about these things are the good ones. People like you. But I do not think that Damian thinks the queers raising a black girl are thinking about sicking the Klan on him.
I just want him to feel at home.
So you made kale and quinoa salad.
Look, I didn't want to assume. Well, I guess there's no winning.
I don't know what we're playing.
I don't know either. Parenting? How am I doing?
Today, A-.
Reese kisses Macy.
Just A-?
Definitely. You should not have brought up her stuffed animals like that. You know what? Downgrade, B+. You also sent her upstairs with a hormonal teenager of the opposite sex.
I've got this one covered. Lola, honey, you know we don't have any condoms in this house, so why don't you come back downstairs?
Jesus Christ. Okay, so other than the fact that he's black, do you like him?
What?
I'm teasing you. Now answer quick before they come downstairs.
Well, I'm honestly, I've been so worried about him liking us. I guess I haven't really been judging him as a suitor.
And that's what he's here for. Not prejudging, just regular old judging. That's the game tonight. All right, Macy, let's see your A game.
You know I don't do well under pressure.
So no pressure.
Lola and Damian re-enter.
Everything okay?
Absolutely. Have a seat. Let's dig in while the soup is hot.
Lola, Macy, and Reese begin to eat. Damian watches them briefly, closes his eyes, bows his head for 5 seconds, mouths amen, and makes the sign of the cross. Macy catches this last part.
Oh, I'm sorry, Damian.
It's all good.
What now?
We didn't say grace.
Well, we never say grace.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. We're atheists.
Well, I wouldn't use that word to describe myself. And we said grace when your brother and Kimberly came over for the holidays.
They said grace.
Well, we made space for grace to be said.
Well, we've said grace about 10 times in the last minute.
Don't make fun, Lola. Damian, I hope we didn't offend you by just digging in like that.
It's not that deep. You know, I think something about a tablecloth, sit-down family meal just makes me want to give thanks.
Hallelujah.
Reese shoots another look at Macy.
I wish we had more time for dinners like this in my house. The soup is delicious, by the way, ma'am.
He quickly looks at Lola for approval, then at Macy.
I mean, Macy.
You're very sweet.
So you're not very religious then? You're like a CEO?
A CEO?
Christmas and Easter only churchgoer?
Like I was.
Oh, we call them creasters, but no, we go to church a little more than that.
Oh, too bad. Yeah, my folks used to drag me kicking and screaming every single Sunday. No exceptions.
Sunday mornings be feeling real early, I admit.
Definitely. I hate getting up for the SAT prep, but at least I'm getting up early for something important.
Well, I don't think church is unimportant.
Really?
I mean, is that weird?
Well, I'm just not used to kids like you. Y'all are so cynical these days. I thought Bible thumping was going out of style.
I guess my mom's just raised me right then.
Oh,
Wait, Lola didn't say you had two moms too.
I don't. It's like my mom's, like, you got your moms and you got your pops.
Oh, of course. So tell us about your pops.
Reese shoots Macy that look.
We don't talk like that.
I told you to stop doing that.
Doing what?
Using all that slang. Like you said, nobody talks like that.
No, I mean, he and I don't talk. We not really in touch.
I see.
The eating continues in silence for a bit.
But why did you say your mom was raising you right?
I mean, she just is. I got a good job and I'm going to school. I'm not out in the streets. I don't drink.
Well, you're a kid. I can say kid, right?
Macy motions for Reese to drop it.
But you think that's because you are a Christian?
I don't know. I was just trying to say we're not sinful or whatever.
Sinful?
Like before, you said you thought kids like me tend to be really sinful.
I most certainly did not.
Oh, she said cynical. Like as in, what's another word for cynical? It means...
I know what cynical means. I just misheard. Whatever. I just think the church has been a positive influence on my life, so I don't think that should be a problem.
It's not a problem.
Look, community's great, especially if your family situation is a little, unstable. I get it.
My family situation is fine. Just because we don't have a sit-down meal every night doesn't mean it's unstable.
My mistake. I guess I misunderstood as well. The point I was trying to make is, and take it or leave it, I think personally, I would just suggest finding a community that didn't include all of the fire and brimstone, condemnation, all the let's use our belief in a higher power to justify hurting other people bullcrap. I mean, if you're making friends and getting involved in charity work and whatnot, that's great. But you don't need to believe in some bearded old man who lives in the sky or the North Pole making some list about who's naughty and nice to have all that.
Reese.
So is it that you don't believe there's a God or you actively hate him?
As I understand it, he hates us.
Who's us?
Everyone at this table, really. African Americans and, well, gay is the new black, so you and I have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen GodHatesFacts.com? That's reason enough to swear religion off.
Does your church preach tolerance towards the gay community?
No.
You probably believe homosexuality is a sin.
Do you?
I did too, Lola. It's not that...
I was raised to hate the sin and not the sinner.
Wow. I get it, Damian. I used to be just like you. Which is why I think you should read the Bible.
I have.
I mean cover to cover. And understand every word in there before you claim it as the good book or your good book.
I don't know why you assume I don't.
Well, the Christian God isn't really selling anything you or I should be buying. 1 Peter chapter 2, slaves,
Reese.
in reverent fear of God, submit yourselves to your masters, not only to those who are good and considerate, but also to those who are harsh. For it is commendable if someone bears up under the pain of unjust suffering because they are conscious of God. This kind of stuff was the excuse racists, my father was one, used to use to defend slavery. Supposedly your God wanted you to just grin and bear it.
Reese, this is a very interesting adult philosophical conversation and debate, but Damian is a young man. And
I'm just trying to be helpful.
Well, I'd rather he not go home and tell his parents or his mother, excuse me, that he went to have a dinner with 2 lesbians and now he doesn't believe in God anymore.
No, we wouldn't want to wake up tomorrow to an angry church group on our front lawn.
Absolutely not. That would interrupt SAT prep. There's more soup if anyone wants seconds.
Reese gets another helping.
I guess you've already taken the SATs then? Damian's a senior.
Nah.
ACTs?
No, there's really not a point in all of that. I won't be going to college after graduation.
What? Why not?
Interesting.
What's the plan?
Still figuring that out. Possibly staying here, maybe joining the military.
Like the army?
I was thinking Navy, maybe. I don't know yet.
It's already May.
Wow. Good luck with all of that. Reese's mother was in the service. Training is
intense, but it builds discipline, I suppose.
Yes. Be sure to have fun with your friends before you start up with that.
Well, not too much fun.
No, ma'am. Nothing to worry about.
Speaking of fun, Lola, you said you two had a question about your prom plans.
Lola looks at Damian.
Yeah. I was just wondering if my ticket is refundable.
Refundable?
Yeah. Damian's not going to be able to go with me after all. He has a conflict. So I just wanted to know if we can still get the money back.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it really just came up. I guess I'm disappointed, but Lola seems to be cool with it, so it's whatever.
Well, yeah, to answer your question, Lola, I don't remember. I'd have to find out about the tickets, but
I should get going. Thanks for dinner.
I should walk you out.
It's all right. I'll see you around, Lola.
Damian leaves abruptly.
everything all right there?
Yeah. Boys. You know how they are.
No, we
we
don't.
Scene 3. Later that same evening, on the other side of the city, in an area known as the Bluff, abandoned buildings and boarded up houses loom in the distance. Lights up on Damian and Jamal outside at a park.
Wow. Yep. That's surprising. Glad we didn't put money on it.
Wait, money on what?
Your theory that black girls is more difficult. I thought this Lola chick would be the exception, having a white mom and all.
2 white moms.
Yikes. Damn. Maybe you're right. I guess it's just in their nature. I will definitely be dating Spanish girls.
You're not dating any girls.
Damn. Okay. I said will be. Future tense. My God has a plan for me. Jesus is my old wingman. Hallelujah. He will deliver me from this desert of thirst into a promised land of pussy.
Yo, please stop.
We will find females to date in his time. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen.
Can't even say Lola and I dated, though. That's what's wild.
Well, you said you weren't trying to date.
I mean, I wasn't, but like, she never really gave me a chance to even get to know her, like, as a friend on some cold shit. She just didn't want to be alone on prom night. Scratch that. She didn't want to be seen alone on prom night.
That confuses me.
Because females are confusing.
Nuh-uh, fam. Not her. You confusing me. If you didn't get to know her, then why was you sweating her like that? You was talking about her not returning your calls like you caught feelings.
Nah, fam, chill. I don't even catch colds.
Were y'all hanging out?
Not really. She would swing by the mall sometimes during my shift. We was mostly texting.
So y'all were talking?
But we never hooked up.
So that's what you wanted? Someone to stroke your dick and your ego? What, fam?
Is it ego to want someone to want me? Scratch that. That sounds too... I wanted consideration, to be considerable. That girl never even looked at me like I could be worth wanting, you know? I was beneath her. She mad, bougie, and petty. Like, this girl can talk nonstop about her friends at school who Becky and Ashley are dating now, how her crush from debate team likes this girl that she thinks is so annoying, how everybody is all cuffed up at her school and she feels left out, blah, 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 blah. But meanwhile, I'm right there. I text her, good morning, beautiful, every damn day, just about, and she don't even care. She's so starved for attention, but can't give me, a person who's actually paying her any mind, the time of day.
So basically, you like her more than she like you. You mad because you got friend zoned.
Look, I only wanted to be her friend.
Lies.
I mean, she's cute, fine, and I was drawn to her when we first met, but I definitely wasn't catching feelings. She's too young.
She's 15, you're 17.
Mentally, like, come on, her biggest problem is not fitting in at school. Like, she's in kindergarten.
I guess. Who knows? Maybe she's feeling you, but it's just too awkward to show it.
She ain't into me, trust. And as soon as it came up at dinner that I was a Christian, they all started bugging. Like, since when is going to church a bad thing? Where they do that at?
I'm sorry. That anti-Christian shit makes no sense. Gay people get on my nerves with that mess. Like, how you gonna rock rainbows at y'all little parades and whatnot, but then hate on God when he made the first one? That's hypocritical.
Anyway, point is, she's not that pressed.
Damian's cell phone dings. He takes it out of his pocket.
Damn, speak of the devil. Literally. She asking where I'm at. She want to talk about how she just uninvited me to her prom.
She live in Buckhead, right?
She says she's already in the Bluff. She snuck out.
Damn, shorty came all the way out to the hood just to chat. Maybe she is catching feelings.
Damian popped some gum into his mouth.
I'm telling her to come through to the park.
If you think that means I'm leaving, you're mistaken.
You need to find some other friends, cuz.
Look, I'm bored and I can't be at home with my folks, so yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I'll give y'all some privacy though.
Jamal, where you been sleeping? Jamal, what's good?
Same old, same old. Mom and Warren are crazy. It's pretty easy to break into the church basement, so I'll probably sleep there for some of the weekend.
Fuck, man, again? Why you ain't said nothing?
I don't know. It seemed like you didn't want to hear nothing. Nobody wants to see. I mean, I've been wearing the same clothes for weeks and nobody noticed.
I'm sorry. Yo, you gotta come to me, Jay.
So your mom can call my mom and tell her where I'm at? Nah, fam. I'll take my chances on the street.
Lola enters.
Yo, this not done, all right? We talking about this later.
Damian?
Hey, what's up?
Wow, this is...
Welcome to the Bluff.
Damian motions for Jamal to fall back. He does. Lola shivers a bit.
You cold? Here.
He helps her into his turquoise hoodie.
So, what brings you all the way out here?
I wanted to talk to you about what happened at dinner.
There's nothing to talk about.
Why did you do that?
Do what?
Sabotage the whole thing. You knew how important this was to me. I thought you were my friend. Is this because I said I wouldn't sleep with you?
What?
I mean, you had one job, impress my parents so they would be okay with me bringing you to prom. You didn't even need to impress them. You just needed to, not offend them. Instead, you come in dressed like a thug. You were rude.
Wow. Your family thinks I was rude? Look, you didn't tell me much about how y'all's be whatever, and you said yourself.
That's just what some people say, Damian. It doesn't mean anything. It's like, make yourself at home or have a great summer. We should hang out. You're not supposed to take it literally. Come on. You're 17. Get with the program. God. It's like you have no life skills and no life plans, which is fine, but I can't believe you were dumb enough to admit it. I don't even want to think about what you would have worn or said to my mom. Jesus.
Wow. I'm sorry I don't have my whole life planned out for me by mommy and daddy, or scratch that, mommy and mommy at the old age of 17. But some of us have a lot of other things going on in our lives besides wearing pink on Wednesdays.
Oh, please. Enlighten me about your extracurriculars, Damian. College ain't for me, but my mom's is the bomb because I'm not in a gang or whatever. Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Look, Lola, it's been nice getting to know you, but you really just don't know anything about my life. And I really don't get yours, so maybe it's best we just go our separate ways.
So you don't think you owe me an apology?
For what?
For not being able to keep up your very simple end of the deal. You realize I'm not going to prom now because of you.
This is a joke, right? I don't know you. You were some crazy brat I met at my job who I took pity on because I assumed, damn, it must be hard being the only black girl in the neighborhood like that. This cute girl don't even have a date to the prom because she out here stressing over white boys who clearly only checking for blonde Beckys and cheerleaders. Yeah, her hair's jacked, but she deserves to feel beautiful because she's nice. But you're not nice, Lola. You're a spoiled, confused Oreo who's wasted 40 minutes on a train ride talking about I owe you an apology. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your friend. I don't know if you have any friends, but I certainly don't owe you anything. Certainly not an apology. The people who owe you an apology are your unfit parents for not giving you any home training or a goddamn Cohn. Fuck out of here.
Lola hits Damian with her backpack. Once, twice. The third time, he catches it. They are in a tug of war. Sirens. A light shines on them. Whoop, whoop. Is there a problem here? Damian lets go of the backpack. Lola hits him again. Damian tries to avoid the hit.
Yo, chill, Lola.
You three, hands against the wall, now! Damian and Jamal assume the position.
What?
He said hands against the fucking wall. What's wrong with you?
This is ridiculous. I come out to this side of town to talk to you for 2 seconds and I'm already getting arrested? I thought that you said your mom raised you, right, Damian? Now I'm about to find out that you're really a gangbanger?
I said hands against the wall! You in the black shirt, come here, slowly. Damian walks off stage towards the voice. You got ID on you?
Yeah.
What are you
Where
doing?
My hands are
Around the
cold.
corner. What's the problem?
Hey, Hoodie! Hands where I can see them!
Seriously, officer, I'm freezing.
Lola,
I don't
stop.
even live here,
I
and I
told you
know
to
that I
stay
haven't
put.
done
Just-
anything wrong,
Hey,
so can I
stop
go?
resisting. I said stop!
Out!
A thud. Jamal flinches. Hands against the wall and nobody fucking moves. You go when I say you can go. Lola goes back to the wall with Jamal, who is frozen there.
He's all right? Lola, is my cousin all right?
Damian's head, he just hit his head against the hood of the car. I don't know, I can't see them anymore. There was blood on his face, oh my God. Did he do something? Jamal, what did he do?
Who?
What did Damian do?
What do you mean? What did he do?
I mean, were you all out here selling something? Why did they stop him?
You over in that fancy private school, but you ain't learning nothing. They'll stop us for sitting on a fucking park bench.
But why did he slam his head like that?
Now I know what Damian meant about you acting like a 5-year-old. You think they care who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? They slammed his head like that because they can. And they will do the same to us if you don't stop asking stupid questions, stupid. Do what they say.
The sound of a taser buzzing, followed by Damian groaning off stage.
You're hurting him. He's hurt. We need to call somebody. We need to tell somebody.
Like who? The police?
I don't know. I don't know, Jamal. What do we do now?
Now you can shut your black ass up so that I can pray.
Buzz. Groan. A longer buzz. The groaning stops. Lights flicker and then grow into a blinding light.
It's getting too late to go outside. The trains are real strange this time of night. I'm feeling kinda hungry. I don't wanna come down from this high, 'cause I've only just realized that I'm drowning in your. No, I'm not perfect, but I hope you think it's worth it. I got a whole lot of love I can give you, baby. So stay a while. I don't mind if you stay a while. I would like just to see you smile. Night by night, can you stay a while? Take a seat. I don't care if you look at me. I don't care if we even speak. We'll get there eventually. I've got an old record you might like. I figured we could give this a try. And I don't need nothing, no promises you'll be mine. Just enjoying you in my sight. It's a different kind of love. No, I'm not perfect, but I hope you think it's worth it. I got a whole lot of love I can give you, baby. So stay a while. I don't mind if you stay a while. I would like just to see you smile. Night by night, can you stay a while? Take a seat. I don't care if you look at me. I don't care if we even speak. We'll get there eventually. I close my eyes, you leaning close. The scent of you is unbreathable. Can't help but laugh. You're in my hands. I've got my chance, and I will give you more. I would reach for more. I would reach for more. I would reach for more. If you stay away, oh, if you stay away, I wanna see you smile. Oh, if you would stay away, would you take a seat? Would you look at me? We don't have to speak, we'll get there eventually. Won't you stay away? Take a seat, would you look at me? We don't have to speak, we'll get there eventually. That afro is oh so natural. Tell me how you make it grow. Tell me cause I need to know. That afro is putting on quite a show. And maybe I need to know you better. I'm walking down the street, I keep on looking at my feet, cause everybody that I meet, they always wanna talk to me. Now I can't fathom why. I guess I am a friendly guy, but when I look into their eyes, well, that's when I realize they think that afro is oh so natural. Tell me how you make it grow. Tell me cause I need to know. That afro is putting on quite a show, and maybe I need to know you better. I was minding my business. Someone came to me in distress. They kept asking me questions. I'm just wondering, what is this? They keep telling me their problems. I don't know how I can solve them. Then they keep on saying Harlem, and that's when I know what they wanted. That afro is oh so natural. Tell me how you make it grow. Tell me cause I need to know. That afro is putting on quite a show, and maybe I need to know you better. Yeah. I did it. Please don't touch it. I know you love it, but I'm trying to walk in this supermarket, and I love it too. But I think you knew you wouldn't put your hands in my food, so why you put your hands in my do? That afro is all so natural. Tell me how you make it grow. Tell me cause I need to know. That afro is putting on quite a show, and maybe I need to know you better.
Act 2, Interlude. The blinding light recedes to reveal Lola and Macy at the dining room table about 8 years earlier, early 2000s. Macy is struggling with her daughter's hair. The plaits won't stay. The combing makes Lola wince.
You're getting so tall now, Lola. Okay, I think I can get a better angle if you slouch down.
Lola shifts down uncomfortably in her chair.
Perfect.
We're gonna be late for school, Mommy.
We're not going to be late again. Ugh, this is a mess. How is this still wet? Well, at least it goes a little faster when I do it, right?
Lola shrugs. Reese passes through on her way to work.
It'd be faster if you cut it. Bye, my loves.
She kisses them quickly and exits. Lola looks at Macy with a little panic.
We're not cutting it, unless you want to.
She looks at the time.
Oh boy, well, let's try a ponytail.
Macy grabs a brush. There's too much hair for a ponytail, but she tries anyway.
I'm hungry.
You didn't eat your toast?
You told me to sit still.
Lola, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, please eat.
Lola tries to eat. Sometimes she is able to get a bite. Sometimes her head is jerked back by the brush before she can make contact with the food. Eventually, she gives up.
Can we go to the library over the weekend?
Absolutely.
Mrs. Donaldson wants us to do a one-page report on a U.S. president we find interesting. We have to look someone up and say what we learned about our own life from what hardships the president overcame.
Okay. Well, what presidents do you find interesting?
Lola shrugs. The ponytail collapses.
Don't shrug. Please. Well, you know, my favorite president will always be Abraham Lincoln. You know why?
Because he believed everyone was the same?
That's right. Lincoln changed this country by making sure everyone was free. When half of this country wanted to break off and make their own country because they thought it was right to treat people badly because of the color of their skin, Lincoln was brave. And even though his opinion was unpopular, he saw something that was wrong and he changed it. Without President Lincoln, Mama Reese and I wouldn't have been able to adopt you. Great men like him and Dr. Martin Luther King helped create a place where you can be anyone you want to be and love anyone you want to love. We're very lucky to be alive right now.
What happened to the bad guys?
Who?
The bad guys that wanted their own country?
Well, that's a good question. Well, they had to stay here, and I guess they eventually became the ones with the unpopular opinion. They're going extinct, I would say, like dinosaurs. Dum, dum, oh, dinosaurs. Hey, Lola, what about wearing your big dinosaur hat to school today?
That's a winter hat, Mommy.
It's still winter for like another day, another few days.
Ashley said that hat makes me look like a nerd.
That's not a nice thing for your best friend to say.
She's right.
Lola, that is your favorite hat. And you can be anyone you want to be, remember?
Can I be you?
Why do you want to be me?
Because you're pretty and your hair is long and soft.
You're pretty too, Lola.
She looks into her daughter's eyes.
You believe me?
She doesn't, but she nods anyway.
We're going to be late, Mom.
Okay, let's rock and roll, chica.
Lola catches a glimpse of herself in the mirror.
Hat, please.
Macy tosses her daughter the dinosaur hat as she rushes outside to the car, leaving the door open. Lola puts the hat on her head and feels her wet hair soaking through her clothes. We hear the sound of blood dripping as the red line on the back wall glows. A violin screeches. As Lola's head turns abruptly towards the door, it shuts on its own. An echo of Damian's voice groaning can be heard. Blood starts to drip from Lola's hair onto her face and clothes. The violin screeches again. Lola looks around the room as the furniture moves supernaturally. Vases and picture frames fall to the ground. The lights flicker. The sound of a taser buzzing. The sound of a cell phone buzzing. The sound of cell phones pinging and dinging and ringing. Police sirens. Blue and red lights swirl around the stage. Act 2, Scene 1. More details are unfolding regarding the robbery at the mini-mart this week involving an unarmed...
A break-in on Maple Street this afternoon is now being reported as...
Police are still looking for the suspect and have identified him as...
Sound of TV turning off. Lights up on the Tracy Corbin home. Present day. Early evening. The furniture is still a mess from the previous scene.
I think I'm going to sleep with Sheena tonight.
Please tell me that you're cheating on me with a woman named Sheena and you're not talking about taking your gun to bed with us?
Taking her gun out from the lockbox.
And why isn't your child picking up her goddamn phone?
Reese, can you put the gun away? You know I don't like that thing being in the house.
God damn.
And stop saying goddamn, damn it.
We've been calling Lola for hours. Either she's in trouble.
We're not going there again.
Or she doesn't know yet, so she hasn't called.
When she finds out, she'll get in touch. She's been at school most of the day. Word of a break-in in this part of Atlanta is going to travel fast. My brother's making sure our story's all over Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, God. You know I don't really do or get any of that.
I'm trying to say it's going to be fine. She's fine, probably having sex with her new boyfriend, but we're fine. We really have so much support from this community.
Your folks think we should move.
For what?
To remove her from this situation.
What situation?
This. Look at our home. It's trash because some homophobic thug wanted to intimidate us. I don't feel safe here anymore. Do you think...
What?
Never mind.
Do I think what?
You don't think that Damian could have done something like this?
What? Why would he?
Last night, he seemed so agitated.
Maybe you were being agitating.
I beg your pardon?
Never mind. Look, you may not care for him, but I think Lola does, and I think he's a good kid.
Lots of people think my father's a good man, and that doesn't stop him from being a prejudiced prick.
Your father is a different story. But we all have prejudice, Reese.
No, ma'am, not like
to
that.
To some extent, based on our upbringing and what we've been exposed to, but I don't think Damian's discomfort with a same-sex couple makes him the type of person that would do this.
Give me your phone.
Macy does. Reese swipes through some pictures.
What does that say?
Macy looks at the phone.
I know what it says up there, Reese, and I know that it's hurtful.
I need you to say it. Because I don't think you really see what I see when I read those words. What does that say?
Unfit parents. You ruin children's lives.
Why would someone break into our home, trash it, and write that on our bedroom wall? We haven't had trouble here all this time, and suddenly, I don't know, Macy. This feels like a personal attack. And Damian clearly took offense last night. Or like you said, maybe his mother did. You don't think it's possible? I do. I'm scared that...
Look, I know that not a lot scares you. Not a lot of people scare you. It's been a while since I've felt this kind of anger too. Your skin is hot, it's because someone has done something so personal and violating. It's like something out of a horror movie. Seeing pictures of our family destroyed, ripped and burned, our wedding photos.
A noise from off stage jolts them.
Shh. I hear something outside.
Macy moves to a window.
You see someone, Macy?
Someone's pacing by the driveway. His hood is up.
What color?
I think he's black.
No, the hood, I mean. Is it a hooded sweatshirt? Claudia said she saw a black guy she didn't know on our street this afternoon and that he had on a hoodie. A blue hoodie.
It's so dark out, but it looks blue to me. That's gotta be him.
Macy hands her wife the gun.
Grab your phone and get down.
Macy grabs her phone and hides.
Stay here.
Reese goes outside. Macy sits in silence. Then a gunshot. We hear a high-pitched scream like a wounded animal. Then another scream from Reese. Macy gets up and starts to head out of the room.
Reese! Oh my God!
Macy starts to dial 911. Reese re-enters with Lola, who is limping and holding Damian's sweatshirt to the back of her thigh.
Lola?
Call 911.
I am. Jesus Christ, what happened?
Reese leaves the living room and runs to the bathroom to grab a clean towel and some rubbing alcohol while Macy talks on the phone.
Yes, hello? This is 181 Maple Avenue again. Sorry. I don't know. My daughter's hurt and she's been shot, I think. Yes, she's been shot. Is the shooter still in the area? Lola, is he outside?
Lola shakes her head no.
No, he's gone. We're all inside. She's 15. I guess there's no blood. Well, no, not a lot. I don't see any. No. Okay.
She elevates Lola's leg with a pillow. Reese returns and begins to clean the wound.
Reese, keep pressure on it. Yes, we okay. Last name is Tracy, Tracy-Corbin with a B. Yes, that's right.
Mom,
I'm sorry. What's wrong?
the shooter isn't gone.
Where is he?
Lola points at Reese.
What? You shot our daughter? Yes, I'm still, no. Just send someone.
She hangs up.
What happened? You missed him?
No, he wasn't. I thought Lola was. Look, it's dark out there, and you said it was him.
I said I saw a blue hoodie from the window.
I'd actually call it turquoise, but I didn't get how you see blue.
She looks at her wounded thigh and the bloody garment.
Lay back down, Lola.
Oh, Lola, we're so sorry. Your mama and I have been really on edge with everything that's going on. Oh, God, what a mess. This is why I don't like that thing.
Indicating the gun.
It's just a flesh wound. She'll be fine. You're all right, baby girl?
We were trying to call you. You heard about the break-in, right?
Mm-hmm. So where have you been? Just pacing around outside in the dark? You didn't think to call us? I've been worried sick and then...
Reese, please.
I went for a walk. I had a lot on my mind.
Oh, my baby.
She strokes her daughter's hair.
We can't let them get to us. We're staying positive and strong. We have a lot of support already. We have a hashtag. I think it's trending now. Glad retweeted us. Did you see it? We've got LGBT parents posting their family photos with
Hashtag we are family.
Oh, you saw. See, the community is showing us so much love.
We are a family where my own mother just shot me in the leg because her trigger-happy Texas brain is programmed to shoot first and ask questions later.
It was an accident.
It's my fault. It was dark out there and I couldn't see and I panicked. We saw you outside.
I'm confused. You say you couldn't see, but you saw me?
We couldn't tell it was you. We just saw someone outside and we assumed it must be the person who destroyed our home this afternoon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure our home was destroyed way before this afternoon.
Why? You think something happened right after we left for work?
More like 14 years ago. When you adopted me. When you took a Black child home and thought, we can do this. We don't have any Black friends or anything, but how hard could it be?
What are you talking about?
Did you know what this would be like for me? Or were you lying? For jokes about how gay is the new Black.
Did someone do something to you?
Like what? Call me the N-word? God, I think I wish someone had. Then I think I would have known that that's how you really see us.
How? Who sees you?
All of you. I almost died last night because I didn't know that out there, Mom. I've seen you talk, hurt your way out of speeding tickets. I've seen the cops break up these dumb house parties with these dumb drunk jocks.
What parties?
They don't treat them like criminals. They give us rides home. But last night I saw this cop beat the hell out of Damian, and I had no idea why.
Where? Why?
I don't know.
What were you all doing?
Nothing. Talking. I've always been at the top of my class, and now I feel so dumb. I don't have words. It's like I know absolutely nothing. You told me girls are so strong. Stand up for yourself. Why didn't you tell me Black girls are supposed to shut the hell up? I can't get to Harvard if I'm dead, Mom. So if you can't tell me something now, something that will make this lump in my throat go away, then you deserve this because you broke me. And now, all I want to do is break things. I want to break you.
Lola throws a pillow across the room. Knocks over another bowl or vase, which shatters. Lola winces in pain again.
Easy.
Oh my God. That's your handwriting up there. You did this? This hate crime was you? You think we're not fit to
Raise me? Not at all. But you're not unfit parents because you're gay. You're unfit parents because you're white and you shot me in the fucking leg.
language?
Because I was scared.
You can't be scared of what you can't see. If you had really looked at me, you would have recognized your daughter before you saw a suspect.
I saw the sweater Damian wore last night, and I thought he'd probably...
You what?
You thought that I was Damian and you still pulled the trigger.
I wasn't gonna kill him, Lola. That's a graze on her leg.
Lucky me.
Oh my God. Oh, dear God in heaven, I'm gonna be sick.
You can't blame us for what happened last night or what you did today when you were supposed to be at school. You may not agree, but we are more than fit parents. I have tried to tell you on more than one occasion that you are the company you keep, Lola. Now I find out that you've been going to raucous parties and running after some boy to God knows where last night. Don't be surprised when the cops show up. And don't be so susceptible to think it's because you're Black.
This wasn't like those parties. I'm trying to tell you this was different. I could see it in his eyes, in his voice, like the cop wanted to tame us. This officer, he just looked at all of us like animals.
All of who?
Me, Damian, and his cousin.
Why was his cousin out with y'all?
I don't know. Why does it matter?
You say you feel dumb after last night, but you're just not using common sense, Lola. You need me to spell it out for you that certain parts of this city are sketchy and that only criminals are out there late at night? Period. I mean, do you want to be a statistic? You're practically old enough to drive, Lola. My friends were having kids at your age. You're not going to blame your mom and me.
Reese.
I can guarantee you, those boys were and have been making trouble. And their parents aren't white, I bet. So they are not in any less trouble because some black super parent taught them some street smarts.
You're not even listening.
Look, if hanging out with them is going to turn you into the type of person who would rather start playing the race card every time something bad happens instead of examining your choices, then we do have some work to do as parents. Take responsibility for your behavior, Lola. For skipping school, sneaking out, throwing a temper tantrum.
Sirens.
Okay. So you want me to take responsibility for my behavior, but it's everybody else's fault that you shot me except yours. Okay. Okay. Fine, Mama. I'm ready to take responsibility.
Lola picks up the gun.
Lola. Lola, what are you doing, Lola?
I just told you. I'm taking responsibility. That's one thing I've learned in school. We learned that citizens have rights and responsibilities. I'm taking my right to bear arms. Don't be scared. I'm not going to shoot you.
Lola, put the gun down. Please. I love you. We love you.
You think I'm going to shoot myself? Just relax. I'm just holding a gun. Just like Mama Reese does. Like mother, like daughter, right? I'm just holding a gun while we wait for 911 to show up.
Sirens crescendo.
What's wrong? They're just coming to take care of me, right? Girl on Maple Street who got shot. Still look worried.
Reese, get out.
What?
Just go stand outside the front door now.
And leave you alone with her?
God damn it, Reese, yes! I want you to leave me alone with my daughter because if the police come in here and kill her, I will kill you. Get out, now.
Sirens grow as the lights fade. Act 2, Scene 2. Hospital waiting room. Macy sits in a chair with a vending machine snack. She munches with a slow nervousness. Jamal enters the waiting room. His hoodie is up. Jamal sits near Macy, at least a seat away. Macy moves her purse/belongings away from Jamal. Jamal clocks this routine, but returns to his business. He dives into his backpack, which is filled with chips, cookies, Hostess snacks, and pulls out a snack similar to the one Macy is eating. They munch and breathe in time with one another, unaware of this shared habit. A phone ring or overhead announcement jolts them out of their duet. A magazine slips off Macy's lap. Jamal instinctively bends down to hand it to her.
Thanks.
Jamal nods to say, "You're welcome." Macy stares at him a bit. Jamal shifts uncomfortably.
I know you, right?
Really, ma'am? We don't all look alike.
Sorry.
Jamal turns away from her.
Wait, you're Damian's friend, right?
Damian's my cousin. You're
Lola's mom, Jashawn, right?
Jamal.
Sorry.
No, it's good to see you.
How is he? Is he?
He'll be all right. Could be worse. That's what I've been telling myself a lot lately. Last night when they knocked his head against the police car, Lola was freaking out because he was bleeding. But, you know, that's my cousin. And I popped him in the face before, to be honest, growing up, dumb stuff. So I was trying to stay calm. Then dudes tased him twice in the chest. And the first time Damian vomited all over himself. I know he likes that shirt too. But it's just a shirt, right? And shit, my parents vomit all over themselves every day, practically. And the second or third time he passed all the way out. And I figured they was just gonna keep tasing, but they didn't. They put him in the back of the cop car and drove away. And my first thought was, fuck. Oh, excuse me. My phone ain't charged. Like how am I gonna know where to find him? So I went by his house, sat with his mom, ate some good food, slept in his bed. It's kind of nice, actually. And then his mom got a call. Said they took him to Grady, which meant he was probably fucked up. Oh, sorry, messed up. But, you know, at least he was alive. My phone's dead, but my boy's not. They doing surgery on his jaw. Broken, fractured, something.
Wow. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Isn't it?
Is that why you're here? To see him or something?
No, it's Lola. She was in an accident.
Damn. So what happened? Is she gonna be all right?
She was shot, actually.
By the cops?
No, vigilante, I guess.
Same thing. What
It's
happened?
fine, I think. They say it was a graze. They're cleaning her up now. Could be worse.
Could be worse.
God.
What?
You're Damian's age?
A little over a year younger.
It's kind of hard to believe that you and my daughter are anywhere near the same age. You just seem much older.
Jamal looks at her silently.
It's a good thing. I mean, you have a wisdom about you. You're mature. I wish she was more like that sometimes.
Do you baby her?
I beg your pardon?
I'm just saying, I act the way I act because of how people treat me, not the other way around.
Nurture, not nature.
I don't know about all that. Like, for me, my mom clearly had no use for another boy around the house, so she treats me like a man.
Looks like she's doing a great job.
Well, didn't nobody say that? I mean, didn't you hear me say my folks vomit all over themselves every day? That ain't because they eating Chipotle.
Well, I'm sure she's trying. I mean, I don't know your mother, but it's hard doing this thing, this parenting thing. The sacrificing and the dreaming and the protecting without babying. And the judging eyes you get for every choice you make. Every lollipop you buy your kid just to keep her from making a scene. And I swore I wouldn't let my kid do all sorts of things before I became a parent, but then I became a parent, and it's just easier sometimes to spoil your kid. Take him to the dentist later. Sell your soul just for a second of quiet. I have no clue what I'm doing. Feel like I'm drowning in noise these days.
What was that?
I'm so sorry. Guess I haven't been to therapy in a while. I should not have.
You're still doing it.
What?
You're making this about you. You don't get to make this about you. What happened last night? You think Damian and Lola wouldn't be in the hospital right now if you had been a better parent? If you had read a few more blogs? Like you ain't that important, lady. This just ain't about you. So you don't get to cry now after you done slid your bag and clutched your pearls when I sat down. You really want to figure out where you went wrong? You flinch when I say the F word, but I bet you hear about people that look like me getting pumped full of lead, no problem, right? That's not vulgar to you? Watching the news while you knit circle scarves and shit, shaking your head before you change the channel. Chill with the tears, lady. It's not the time, all right?
All right.
Reese enters the waiting room and sits down next to Macy. Jamal eavesdrops.
She should be out soon.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me be in there with her.
Well, I had to talk to the police anyway.
Anything I should know?
No, ma'am. Accidental discharge of a firearm. Nothing to report.
Good. I think we're going to be all right.
How do you know?
I didn't say I know, Macy. I said I think.
Why do you think we're going to be all right?
Because it's us. Because it's just skin. Broken skin. The doctor used this term to describe the wound. He said it was superficial. Honestly, that helped me put this all in perspective. At the end of the day, broken skin and broken glass and Sharpie on the wall, it don't take much to fix.
Macy looks at Jamal.
You mean it could be worse?
I asked about a referral to a psychiatrist.
For whom?
For Lola. For the trauma. I asked if they could email it to you.
Right. Sounds like a plan.
Reese holds Macy's hand in her own, kisses and caresses it. Jamal looks at this with some disgust, but also envy. He gets up abruptly, dropping a food wrapper on his way. Macy's head follows him as he leaves. She makes a half-hearted, instinctual gesture to say goodbye.
You know him?
Not really.
You know, he looks familiar to me.
We saw him at the mall with Damian.
You know I wasn't at the mall with y'all. Why does he look familiar to me? He's not an actor, right? I swear I seen him on TV, which of course you don't watch. What shows are they filming here in Atlanta? God, I swear he looks like somebody.
They don't all look alike, Reese.
Reese looks away embarrassed and spots the empty wrapper.
The Mini Mart.
What?
He looks like the man that robbed the Mini Mart. I think it was a couple days ago. It was on the news. A man assaulted a cashier and stole a whole bunch of food and cigarettes.
Okay.
He looks like the police sketch. He does. And there was a video too. I mean, I couldn't see his face, but the clothes are similar.
A sweatshirt and jeans?
I'm almost positive that's him.
I'm not doing this again with you. Not tonight.
Macy, be sensible. You said that guy knows Damian? Lola said his cousin was with them last night.
He's just a kid.
Well, whatever you want to call them, Macy. God, you kill me sometimes with this PC bullcrap. Point I'm trying to make is that's why they got stopped. The cops were looking for him.
Why do you seem happy about that?
I'm not happy. I'm just, I don't know, relieved that I can start to make some sense out of this.
For you?
For Lola. She's still very upset and confused right now, and she needs to understand that she's got to be more careful. Pick better friends. You separate the wheat from the chaff.
How Christian of you. Did you apologize to her?
I was in there holding her hand.
Did you apologize to her? Are you even sorry?
For Pete's sake, I'm not an abuser, Macy. Lola knows I was trying to protect her. Protect us.
We're not.
What?
Protecting her.
Speak for yourself. I didn't mean that. When I say we're going to be okay because it's us, I mean because we're a team. You're good cop, I'm bad cop. You're cheat day, I'm leg day. I don't need you to be more like me, but I need you to support me the way I support you. Tough love is part of parenting, Macy, and that's my part. You don't have to play that part, and I don't resent you for that, but you do have to let me do my job here. Lola has some hard lessons to learn about guilt by association. So it would help me if you know the young man's name to give it to me.
What? Why?
For the police.
Is getting a kid arrested necessary for you to get your point across to Lola?
Forget the fact that he's obviously responsible for our daughter being traumatized. You don't think someone who assaulted a cashier over some goddamn Twinkies needs to be apprehended?
He's a good kid. He's clearly going through some rough times.
I thought you barely knew him, and now you want to be a, what do they call it, a character witness? You have all this pity for these black kids you don't even know, but when it comes to your own daughter, what is his name, Macy?
I said I don't want to do this with you again.
Do what?
I can't keep convincing myself to stay married to you. I think Lola was right. We destroyed something when we became parents.
Macy, why would you say that?
I mean, why did we adopt her? Really?
To grow our family? To provide someone in need with a loving home? What are you asking?
Before she was our daughter, Lola was a black kid we didn't know, too. And I felt so guilty for a while that that's how I saw her. I didn't want her, not at first. I mean, I wanted to be a mother more than anything else in the world. You know that. I would have done anything, but I couldn't get pregnant. You didn't want to be pregnant. So we looked into adoption, which I had no problem with. And I told you, I just wanted a baby that looked like me. And so we waited. We stayed on that wait list for a long time. And then you came to me and you said we wouldn't have to wait so long if I would just consider adopting a baby that looked less like me. And my first reaction was, no, that's not what I want. And then I felt so ashamed about that because you were so much better than me. You had such a big heart. You didn't see the difference. You were ready to love like that much earlier than I was. And I thought to myself, if there is a God, he has truly blessed me with someone who will make me better every day. So I swallowed the thing inside me that felt off about adopting Lola, and I did everything I could to love her harder than I thought possible. I never wanted her to feel the difference that made me want to reject her. And as I became this person, this version of myself that I don't even know that I believe in, I kept looking for you to be this model of tolerance from me. But you fail me every day. And then tonight, I can't be a good person and be married to you at the same time. Raise a family with you at the same time. You don't even remember. I used to love watching TV, but I can't even watch it when you're in the room anymore because you're like this monster. Every time I look at you, I turn to stone. I lose all warmth and speech and softness. I hate pretending I don't hear your running commentary in the background. I hate who I am with you.
You're right. Let's not do this now.
Lola's leg is going to be fine, but we are not going to be all right. I am not all right with you.
Macy, that's enough. Look, it's late. You're tired. We are in a public space. Let's take our daughter home. Get some rest. I'll make French toast casserole in the morning. Mm-hmm. All right, love?
That's what I'm saying. I'm tired, but I can't rest. I can't sleep next to you anymore. Not after this. Not after tonight.
You can't let tonight break us, Macy. We're stronger than that. We've gone through too much to get here. Macy, baby, please stay with me. Stay with us. Give us a night. I won't tell the police about Damian's cousin, okay?
I'm not going to let you hold my life hostage because you have the trigger on my conscience. You do what you want, because I swear to God, if you ruin that kid's life, I will tell the police how you really shot your child, and I will make sure that you never get custody.
Are you going to tell them you handed me the gun?
They see Lola approaching.
Where do you want me to drop you off?
Act 2, Scene 4. In the darkness, we hear cell phone pings and dings, dialing, and then a recording of Damian.
Hey, it's your boy D. Can't come to the phone right now, so let me know what's good right after the tone. Beep.
Hey, Damian. Wow. It's been a really long time since I've heard your voice. It's Lola, by the way. I was just thinking about you. Wanted to know how you've been. I tried you a couple of weeks ago, too. Didn't leave a message or anything, so I wanted to leave this one to just say hi. I guess, yeah. Hope you're well, and yeah, call me back if you can. I'd love to catch up. Hope you're having a fun summer. Bye.
Lights up on Lola, conservatively dressed, holding a phone in a juvenile detention center visitation booth. Jamal enters wearing an orange jumpsuit. He picks up the phone on the other side of the booth.
Hello.
Hi. How are you? I actually got here early, but they wouldn't let me come in wearing leggings, so I had to go out to TJ Maxx and buy these pants. Isn't that crazy? Security here is so intense. It's like going to the airport.
Or public school. I wouldn't know about airports.
I'm glad I could visit. I know you're only allowed 1 week.
That's not a long list.
Look, I know we aren't really close or anything. But I didn't know how else to find out how Damian is doing. He won't answer my calls.
Well, his jaw is wired shut, so...
Right. But he won't answer my texts either. I can see that he read them. How is he? Is he healing? Have you seen him?
He's good. He eats milkshakes all day. He should be good as new in a few weeks. He can talk. It's just hard.
You mean because...
He's good. We're good.
This is so messed up, Jamal. I'm sorry about what my mama did. That's not how you ended up.
I said we're good. I'm blessed. I don't have to steal food no more. I got a roof over my head, clean clothes to wear. I got a lot more dignity living in here than out there. So.
Well, what I wanted to tell Damian was that my other mom...
The one that was with you at the mall?
Yeah. She wants to get in touch with Damian's mom.
For what?
To come up with a plan together. To make the cops pay for what they did to us.
To us? What did they do to you exactly?
What they did was harassment.
Wow. Okay, I think it's time for you to go. Like I said, we're good. And the cops are going to pay, so you don't have to worry your nappy little head about it.
Lola considers leaving. Jamal watches her.
So, sorry, I guess I should clarify since all these conversations are being monitored. I meant that Damian is settling the case out of court, so the cops are technically gonna pay.
What? No. That means the city pays. That's what my mom wanted to make sure didn't happen. She wants to make sure we start to hold the Atlanta PD responsible. That officer doesn't deserve to have a job or paid leave or whatever. We can do this together.
Shut up. You still sound like an after-school special. My God. Hey, you think Damian wants to be some hashtag? All of a sudden, you want to fight to make this world a better place, but you're not living in it. You just got here. Look around. I'm sitting here in juvie right now over some chips. Over some fucking barbecue potato chips. And meanwhile, my cousin can barely open his mouth. He can't work. Nah. With the money that's coming his way, he gonna make better for himself. And maybe he can finally be the type of college boy you would have taken to your stupid prom.
I know. I messed up Jamal. I was being selfish.
You still are. You're still trying to use him to make yourself feel more important. And I'm not gonna let you. The cops broke his jaw and you broke his heart all in one night. Please, just leave him alone. You see he don't want to talk to you, so just stop calling him.
I don't have anybody, Jamal. I'm so freaking angry right now. And I don't have anybody in this world, in my world, that gets it. Maybe I don't deserve one, but I could really use a friend right now.
Well, I'm locked up and Damian can't talk, so looks like you out of luck. If I knew you were a believer, I'd say you always have a friend in Jesus, but look, you're a smart girl. You'll figure something out. We've been on lockdown for the past few days. I'm gonna go see if I can go play ball or something. Don't come back next week. My grandma's visiting me.
Jamal hangs up the phone and leaves Lola sitting there. She hits her head with the receiver of the phone. Lights fade. Act 2, Scene 5. Macy's living room, which is in transition. Some of the furniture is gone. The lockbox is gone. The bookshelves have fewer books. There are a few moving boxes left and a new box for a flat-screen TV. Macy fiddles with the remote.
Now, why does everyone on here look like an Oompa Loompa?
Macy flips through a large instruction manual.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, this might be something. Automatic picture settings.
Her head slowly rotates between the menu, the remote, and the television as she scrolls through the various options.
Menu. Settings. Picture. Custom. Okay, not what I want too much. Okay. Back. Dynamic. What? No. Cinema. Ugh, that's kind of dark. Vivid. No, absolutely not. Why? All right, why is there a different color setting for watching sports, baseball, golf? Things only men would find necessary. Can't even tell the difference between red and... All right, what are these? Is there a setting just called How Things Appear in Real Life? Oh. Wow. How Things Appear in Real Life, Macy.
Macy powers down the television, reclines on the couch, and hugs a throw pillow. The door opens. Lola enters with fabulous-looking cornrows and a suitcase.
Mom?
Macy perks up and scoops Lola into a big hug.
There she is. I missed you.
I bet. You need help here?
No, well, yes, but that's not why I missed you. Really. Your mama dropped you off?
Mm-hmm.
I texted her. She left some of that expensive cosmetic stuff she sends away for. She didn't want to...
Nope.
Okay. So how was it? How's her new place? It's an apartment now?
Yeah, I like it. Just a 1-bedroom for now, so I'm on the aero bed. It started deflating in the middle of the night, though, so my back kind of hurts.
Oh, my poor baby.
Mama would look so guilty when she woke me up and saw me. She was like, Lola, what are you doing on the floor? And I told her I didn't want to wake her up by using the mattress pump in the middle of the night. But then she made us burgers last night. I'm such a fan of her guilt burgers. They just taste better when she feels guilty about something.
Sounds like you all had fun.
You didn't want me to?
Is that selfish?
I am not informed enough about this issue to have an opinion.
Is that the new no comment?
Not really. One of my teachers taught me to start using that phrase instead of BSing no comment, which would mean I have a comment in my head, but I'm not saying it out loud to spare your feelings or something. I just mean I don't really know how I feel right now, and I definitely don't know how you should feel. I think I'm selfish sometimes for wanting you two to work it out, but I also think you seem happier apart.
So when you say your mama has a 1-bedroom for now, that means...
Mama Reese wants a bigger place.
And we both seem happier apart. Is Mama dating anyone?
No comment? You really miss her, huh?
Not as much as I thought I would. But yes.
If you want to...
I missed you more, though. Now you're back in my house, looking like you just got back from a Caribbean vacation.
You like it?
Me like you.
They really hurt, Mom. Sleeping on cornrows on a sinking aero bed was not fun.
Well, welcome home to your real bed.
Macy touches the braids.
Ouch. Sorry. So I take it Reese didn't do this for you?
Her friend knew a place and took me to this beauty shop on Tuesday.
Is Reese's friend Black? Okay, then.
It took forever, but everyone at the shop was so nice, especially the woman who was washing my hair, Marjorie. But my braids will last for like 6 weeks, and I can go swimming now.
Okay, Miss Thang, you're in business. Do you know how to maintain it and everything?
Actually, the stylist Crystal texts me all these YouTube channels I can follow for stuff like that. I'll send them to you if you want.
Sure, yeah. So you're on a text message basis with your hairdresser now?
Yeah, I like her a lot. She answers all my questions. She's nice.
Good. You look absolutely beautiful, Lola.
Thank you. I feel, yeah. So speaking of things I learned on YouTube, okay, don't look so scared. I want to show you something I've been practicing.
Like a dance?
Definitely not. I'll be right back though.
Lola takes her suitcase into the bathroom. Macy turns the television on again. She lowers the volume.
Well, now these colors look normal. I guess when in doubt, turn it off and then on again.
Lola returns. Her braids are now covered by a hijab.
Ta-da!
Oh my, wow. What's all this?
It's a hijab, Mom.
I know what it is, but why? What?
Jennifer is Muslim. She invited me to go to service with her at a mosque when I visit her. That's fine, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah, sure. I don't think you can wear the shorts.
I wasn't going to, Mom.
You talked to Reese about this?
I guess. She said I should do what I want to.
Okay. Well, I think I would like to talk to Jennifer first, just to set some birth mom to legal real mom boundaries about that. Is all right? Sorry, it just makes me nervous.
Why?
I just don't know what her intentions are.
She wants to share an important part of her life with me, and I'm interested in that.
Are you considering converting?
Mom, I haven't even gone yet.
Oh
my God, or oh my Allah. Would it be a problem if I did? I mean, you think I'm gonna be a terrorist or something?
Hey. I'm very open-minded about these things. I remember I was working on a project not long after 9/11 with this African-American coworker, and I will never forget this. He said, 9/11 was the best thing to happen to us, meaning Black people, because now white men would have someone that they could hate more than us. So I just want to put that out there. I didn't have a choice in being gay. You don't have a choice in being Black, but you have a choice to not be a target as far as religion is concerned.
Do I have a choice, or are you making the choice?
You have a choice.
Lola unpins her headscarf.
Well, look, if I have to share you with 2, maybe 3 other moms right now, I have no business being a dictator.
Mom, you're not a bad mother.
Oh, God, is that what's going on my tombstone, my obituary? Macy Corbin, not a bad mother.
Are you dying?
Just on the inside. Well, I guess not bad is an upgrade from unfit.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You've already apologized anyway.
What?
Love means never having to say you're sorry. I've been spending a lot of time in my head these days trying to make sense of, well, everything, but especially my marriage and love in general. What I thought love was, what it's clearly not. Every lie I've been told about how relationships work. But that's a good one. Love means never having to say you're sorry.
Who said that?
Exactly.
That's
bullshit. Yes. Oh, I said it. Love means getting used to saying sorry even when you don't mean it.
Love or marriage?
Good question. Didn't you write a paper on love in Shakespeare this past year? How'd that turn out?
No comment.
Fair enough. I am glad that you're getting close with her. Well, both of them. Closer with Reese and getting to know your birth mom. I think it's important. And I know Jennifer can give you things that I can't.
You're not losing anything, you know? You're not losing me and sharing me with them.
It's not them. When we got home that night and saw the place trashed, I was scared, but not as scared as Reese, which was strange to me just because of who she is and who I am. But I realized it was because it felt familiar. When I was a little girl, I think 9 or 10, my family went on a vacation to the Caribbean, actually. And when we came back to our house, it had been broken into and robbed. See, the local paper kept delivering the newspaper to our house that whole week that we were gone, even though your Grandpa Harold had called the paper and asked them to stop our service temporarily while we were away. So my mother figured that the culprits had come by, seen our house with all those papers piling up and no lights on for a few days, and realized we were not home. That thought was terrifying. That these people, these strangers, could tell by looking at where we lived, they could take from us and get away with it. I never wanted to be a target again. We were all pretty shaken up. So that night, everybody in the house slept in the same room, even the dog. And I've actually never felt safer than in that moment. We still had each other, you know? That terrifying experience became a way of getting closer, I think, because we were all afraid of the same thing. And a lot of things changed around the house after that. New locks, of course. My parents changed where we kept the spare key. My father permanently canceled our subscription to the newspaper. And my mother made sure the lights were always on somewhere in the house while we were at work, even if we were out of town, even if we were sleeping. There was always light somewhere in the house to protect us. Lola, I don't know how to make you feel safer after all of this. I don't know how to protect you or make us closer. And I think if I don't figure it out, I'm going to lose you. And that scares me.
It scares me too. You said you think being afraid Have the same thing made your family closer?
For better or worse. Fear is just a really powerful thing.
So what else are you afraid of? Maybe we start there.
Well, after spending the next 8 years in that house, honestly, I think I'm afraid of the dark.
Lights flicker, then bump to black.
I got the power's in my hands. And you only wish that you could understand. See, I got the power's in my hands. And you only wish that you could understand. They say my hair's too short to be beautiful. They tell me that I might be a little slow, but they don't know how far I've grown, how much I've shown just to get in the door. They say my people have no history, but how it's possible is a mystery. 'Cause far as the eye can see, we always give more. I got the power's in my hands. And you only wish that you could understand. I said, I got the power's in my hands. And you only wish that you could understand. I'm here to take back my rights, enjoy my nights, save the whole world if it takes my whole life. Take back my rights, enjoy my nights, save the whole world if it takes my whole life. Take back my rights, enjoy my nights, save the whole world if it takes my whole life. Take back my rights, enjoy my nights, save the whole world if it takes my whole life. See, I got the power's in my hands. And you only wish that you could understand. Oh, I said, I got the power is in my hands. And you only wish that you could understand. Oh, I said, he's got the whole world in his hands, so why should he fear a living man? I said, she got the whole world in her hands, so why should she fear a living man? I said, you got the whole world in your hands, so why should you fear a living man? I said, I got the whole world in my hands, so why should I fear a living man? I said, we got the power's in our hands, and they only wish that they could understand. I said, we got the power's in our hands, and they only wish that they could understand. I said, I got the power's in my hands, and you only wish that you could understand. Oh, I got the power's in my hands, and you only wish that you could understand. I 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 only wish that you could take a stand.
We're going to have an interview with Liz Morgan, our All right. Before we get started, I want to just give another warm round of applause to our musician and our wonderful cast. How do you feel, Liz?
Good. That was great to hear the music and the energy of the audience and the actors.
Yes, great energy from the audience.
Love it. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah. So what was the inspiration behind writing this play?
So there's several inspirations, but the main one came in 2013 when I lost a cousin to police violence. And he was in Chicago at the time, actually, and I was feeling very far away and not knowing quite what I could do given the kind of art that I was making at the time. In fact, I was mostly an actor at the time. And I remember saying to my mother, I don't know what I can do, but I think I want to write something. I just don't know what. And she told me it doesn't have to come all at once, but like when you have it, you'll figure it out. And as I continued to think about his story, and as other stories of unarmed Black men being shot and killed by police, I realized that if I wanted to put this kind of a story on stage, that I didn't actually want to put the trauma back on stage, and that I wanted to talk about the kinds of things that lead up to the moment and how we deal with our fears. So yeah, this play is very much dedicated to Brandon Culpepper, but also inspired by the world and living in it.
Oh, for sure. And something you said at the beginning where we asked, like, what would the world be missing if it didn't have this play, is that there's a lot of amazing Black theater, especially here in New York, happening. And it's a lot of beautiful work, but a good chunk of them do tend to discuss Black death. Which in itself can be a little cathartic and a little traumatizing. It's this like weird mix. But with your play specifically, you wanted to have Black life. And so why do you think that there is this like surge of Black death on stage? And then also, you just spoke about your cousin. Why did you choose to put Black life into your play?
It's a good question. It's a lot. It's a lot. I guess maybe I'll start with the last part of your question. Sure. For me, that's about healing, right? And knowing that if we want to talk about Black lives mattering, we need to see young Black people and the innocence that's lost and the love that they are pursuing, and them trying to get to prom and all of those things, and really uplifting their humanity. And obviously there's humanity in grief. And so I fully support all of my fellow artists that want to discuss the aftermath of death. But that is a space in which I have struggled to even feel like a human myself. So I wanted to put on stage, moments that make me feel human and joyful, and try to open up people to worlds that they don't often see colliding. Because for me, that's where we're coming from. I think a lot of folks put death on stage in part because we're trying to figure out why. People often put the things on stage that they still have questions about, that they are still figuring out. And for me, I think the questions that I have just come a little earlier than that, and that I didn't actually need to see death to still be exploring the systems that cause death.
Right. One thing that your play does really well is that you, and this leads to the question, like, how did you work through the assumptions and perceptions of race and socioeconomic status between Black people amongst Black people and within Black people versus what we see when it comes to, white queer women and Black people?
Yeah, I'm just obsessed with intersections of identity. I'll be transparent about that. If you see my other work, like I'm writing about the same thing every single time, but please come see the rest of it. Yeah, and I think part of that obsession comes from my upbringing, which is not quite like Lola's, but what's true for me is that I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, but also spent a lot of time, particularly my time in church, my religious upbringing was all in predominantly Black spaces. And so learning how to code switch and learning how to survive in both places is just a big part of my consciousness. And I realized that, yeah, these were two worlds that I came from that didn't quite understand one another.
Yeah.
And so my ear is always attuned to those moments of misunderstanding, of using slang in one place and realizing like, ooh, that's not what I meant. So let me take that back again. So yeah, I'm just a little obsessed with that. And so I just wanted to have a play that really highlighted some of those misunderstandings in somewhat humorous ways, but also it is those same misunderstandings that like you build all of them on top of one another, and then you have the assumptions and the biases that can actually cause violence and harm to communities. Yeah. And juxtaposing those two things was important to me.
Dope. So what are your feelings about white parents adopting Black children?
Oh my. I come from a very blended family, and I think overall my answer is love, right? I think when you're leading with love and you're going into things with love, I don't think it. I like to say, I like to believe that you are doing the right thing. However, transracial adoption is super complicated.
Yes.
And the foster care system is super complicated. And yeah, I think that's all I can say about that and be ethical, right? Like, because everybody's situation is really different.
Of course.
And there are obviously some very problematic things that have happened in the past few years related to young Black kids being in homes with white parents that I don't think adopted the children with love in mind. And that's painful for me to think about. And I think the characters that I've written weren't quite sure and maybe discovered that their intentions were not as pure as they'd hoped that they were, and that's hard too. But
because you play with this line between like, yes, there's love, and you want to lead with love, but there's also that moment where Reese is like, she's not Black, like it's like she's not black because she doesn't, and then she also doesn't believe in Black culture, and so you kind of wrestle with this like, yes, we should lead in love when it comes to transracial adoption, but there's also parents really need to acknowledge who their children are on a fundamental level.
Yeah, it's I think there are a lot of parents in general that are ill-equipped to be parents in general, but you add another layer, right, when you don't have a certain understanding of race and identity. And yeah, I hope that folks that bear witness to this play in whatever form, especially if they are thinking about becoming parents, get a chance to think about like, are you ready to be a good parent to someone who's queer? Are you ready to be a good parent who falls in love with somebody that you didn't think that they would fall in love with, whether that's because they're of a different race or whatever. But like I said, my family is absurdly mixed. So for me, it's really about expanding our ability and our capacity to love and understand and really rooting ourselves in that work so that, you know, the first gay person in your life shouldn't be your son, right? Like,
right.
The first Black person in your life shouldn't be your daughter. You've got to be around diverse communities, because,
especially in Atlanta, which is where it's at.
Yeah. But it's also it's starting to change now. But yeah, it's a super segregated city.
Yeah.
But this whole country is segregated, and we've got to start dealing with each other.
Yeah.
Before we adopt each other.
So last 3 questions as we begin to wrap up. So we usually hear that usually like the negatives about being a playwright of color. And so I would like to turn that around and ask, what do you think are the best things about being a playwright of color?
Oh, yeah. Positivity. I love community. I love being in a community of people who are super supportive, that will organize an entire like Black theater night for folks to come out and support. This past weekend, I was at a Black girl brunch, like of women in theater. So I think we do a lot to take care of one another, to see each other's work. And there's so many different stories that we're trying to tell right now. And it's inspiring the way we keep each other going. So yeah, being a playwright of color, it's dope.
Awesome. Something that's not dope is Trump. So if he was here, 60 seconds, what would you say to Trump?
Like, and he had seen the play too? Oh, wow. I don't know that he deserves that much of my time, to be honest, but I would say you are leaving a legacy of fear-mongering, hate-mongering, ripping children from their families, not allowing people to get the healthcare they need, the financial stability that they need. None of that is making you great. None of that is making this country great. And if you really wanted to make it great again, you would return it to the original Native people.
Bloop, bloop. Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know if that was more than 60 seconds.
That's great. That was under 60 seconds.
Boom.
Boom.
That's all he deserves.
And last question. What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
A delicious frittata from egg whites from a cafe in my neighborhood. Shout outs to Gossip Coffee. Check it out. Yeah, it was delicious.
Yes, I love it. Healthy, hearty egg whites.
You know, new year, new me.
Well, it is time to start wrapping up for our evening. So I would like to thank again the Mark O'Donnell Theater at the Actors Fun Arts Center for hosting us tonight.
Yeah.
Our wonderful cast, Kelly Bennett, Eric Lockley, Matthew Cohn, Kendra Holloway, Donnell E. Smith, and Diana Henry. This was directed by Katherine M. Carter and written by Liz Morgan. Our musician tonight is Olivia K. Thank you to Fernando Castillo, our sound engineer, and Luke DeCola, our sound editor. I'd also like to take the time to thank my TPS team, Todd Kirkland, Managing Director, Katie Donnelly, Producing Director, Blaise Teicher, Artistic Associate, Rai Zilong, Artistic Associate, and Jesse Manning, Producer. Thank you all. Oh yeah, totally caught from my team. They make this all happen. Thank you all for listening to The Parsnip Ship. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Parsnip Ship NY. All of our previous episodes are available on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify. Our next live recording, I'm so excited, will be Dead Weight, A Journey in Afro-Existentialism by Blaine Teamer, directed by Tanya Pinkins, happening here Wednesday, February 27th at 7 p.m. at the Mark O'Donnell Theater. You can find out more information information about future episodes on our website, theparsnipship.com. This episode was produced by The Parsnip Ship and Business Lunch Productions. The Parsnip Ship is a fiscally sponsored project of Brooklyn Arts Council. New plays, new music. This is how we hear theater. And you can take it away, Olivia.
That afro is oh so natural. Tell me how you make it grow. Tell me cause I need to know. That afro is putting on quite a show. And maybe I need to know you better.